Tonight's game on WZCO 89.9 is sponsored by Drs. Douglas Messina and Craig Lippy of Carolina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Services, 1717 Shipyard Boulevard in Wilmington and McNeil Plaza in Whiteville. Hours of operation and patient information is available at carolinasportsmed.com. And Leon and Jake Fonville at E.W. Fonville & Sons Farm and Garden Store, 205 Hickman Road, Tabor City. They carry feed, plants, and accessories for the farm and garden.
Men and Women United for Youth and Families is enriching the lives of families living in the Tri-County area of Bladen, Brunswick, and Columbus counties through recreational, educational, and job search services. Let us help you create a plan for success by calling 910-655-3811 or visit us in Delco Monday through Friday at 25485 Andrew Jackson Highway East near Brown's Outdoors.
This message is on behalf of Columbus County's largest fitness event, Take the Lake, held every Labor Day weekend in Lake Waccamaw. Whether we are swimming, paddling, cycling, running, or walking,
the Columbus County Sports Network's coverage of Columbus County High School basketball on WZCO 89.9 FM is made possible by the following sponsors. Sterling Koontz and the employees of Tabor City Medicine Mart on South Main in Tabor and Koontz Medicine Mart, 112 East 7th Avenue in Chadbourne. Cooper Tires and Black's Tire and Auto Service. The Whiteville store at 1615 South Madison Street. Drs. Douglas Messina and Craig Lippy of Carolina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Services, 1717 Shipyard Boulevard in Wilmington and McNeil Plaza in Whiteville. Horace Mann Insurance Agent Revis Long, located at 820 South Madison Street in Whiteville. Keith Fairfax and 72 Degrees Heating, Cooling, and Electrical Service on South Madison Street in Whiteville. The Collins family and the Southern Sizzler Family Steakhouse, 1405 South Madison Street in Whiteville. Leon and Jake Fonville at E.W. Fonville & Sons Farm and Garden Store, 205 Hickman Road, Tabor City. Woodman of the World Financial Advisor David Pless, 207-8042. Bill Worley & Sons Construction, 653-5406 to contact Bill, Chris, and Jason. Parks Thomas and the staff of Regalwood Mutual Drug, located just off Highway 7476 at the Columbus-Brunswick line. Johnston's, the official class ring and graduation supplier provider for Columbus County Schools. Johnston's, Overby School Services, and Reginald Lewis are proud to help sponsor CCCA broadcast. Domino's Pizza in Whiteville Town Plaza, ordering available online or at 640-2211. Merritt Sporting Goods, East Main Street in Whiteville. Jim Davis and Wells Fargo Home Mortgage, 4200 Morgantown Road, Fayetteville. And Southeastern Community College. Southeastern has a variety of academic and workforce development courses that can suit the needs for any individual. And welcome to the Columbus Career and College Academies broadcast of the Three Rivers Conference Finals. We're going to start off tonight with a game where the seeds held true, the number one East Columbus Lady Gators and the Whiteville Wolfpack, the number 2 seed. I'm Franklin Davis along with
Rod Likens.
And we look forward to bringing you tonight's ball game, and we're going to have the pledge of the national anthem. Okay. That means that we're almost ready for basketball. And, Rod, despite the fact that East Columbus swept the season series between these two teams, in a county rivalry game like this, anything can happen.
That's right.
The last time the two teams played, it was a one-point ball game going early into the fourth quarter. So I think tonight, even though all they're playing for a trophy and playing for pride. And a lot of times playing for pride is enough to bring out the best in anybody.
That's right. You just never know what – tournament time's a whole different beast, and you never know what's going to happen at the end of the game.
Okay, Serena Smith's Whiteville Wolfpack will have the following starters in the lineup. Danita Wilson, Shay Coakley, Madison Henson, Erica Vereen, and Brianna Deese. Starting for East Columbus is Alexis Junius. Number 24, Tiffany Keaton. Kayla Brown, three-point shooter for the Lady Gators. Charity Powell, the younger sister of Lady Gator head coach Chandra Powell. And number 54, Marlena McClure, who is the key ball handler for this Lady Gator basketball team. Rod, last night late in the game against Red Springs, McClure went in for a layup and was knocked to the floor afterwards, and little concern about her knee. Did see her with an ice pack on it last night. She did return to the ball game, but will be interesting to see if anything with her knee flares up in tonight's ball game.
And I don't know if you noticed, the young lady that was hurt in warm-ups, has she come back out?
I can't tell because I wasn't sure who it was that was hurt. But the starting lineup for the Wolfpack is what we expected it to be, so it wasn't one of the starters. All right, here we go, getting ready to tip off. I'd like to say hello to Mark Council listening in tonight. Thanks for tuning in, Mark, and thanks for tuning in everyone else. Got Charity Powell and Brianna Deese ready for the jump ball. And it's controlled by the Gators. McClure has it. She drives down left side, gets cut off. Out to Brown for three. Short. Rebound by Shay Coakley of the Lady Wolfpack. Over to Madison Henson, and she'll bring it down against the 2-3 zone for the Lady Gators. Henson over to Wilson, back out to Henson, over to Coakley on the right side. To Henson out front to Wilson. To Henson, over to Coakley. Coakley back out to Henson. Henson over to Wilson. Gives it to Henson. She drives left side, puts up a jumper. Short, and McClure with the rebound. Her long pass downfield to Junius, who lays it up and good. Junius beat the defense back, gives the Lady Gators a 2-0 lead. Coakley with the ball, over to Henson. Henson holds, comes to the top of the key. Dishes inside to Deese. She tries to return pass to Henson, knocked away, but the Wolfpack will control. Coakley with it out near the midcourt stripe. Over to Wilson. Inside to Vereen, back outside to Coakley. East Columbus Gator defense intent on not letting the Wolfpack get anything inside here early in the ball game. Over to Wilson on the right side. Cross court pass to Henson, who gets it down low to Vereen. Goes up for the shot, has it blocked by Keaton. McClure quickly to the forecourt on the dribble. Cut off on the right side by Deese. Cross court to Brown. She launches another three. Good! Downtown by Kayla Brown. Gives the Lady Gators a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Brown had 3 threes in the first half in last night's ball game. Coakley with the ball on the left to Henson. She drives. She puts up a three. It's blocked by Brown. The Gators on the break. McClure going to take it all the way. Puts it up and call for the charge. Offensive foul on Marlena McClure. And Shay Coakley, who took the charge, is still down on the court. Looked like, yep. She's saying when she hit the back of her head, I believe, when she went down on the court. So she'll have to be subbed for, as the coach did go out to take a look at her. And Treka Pridgeon
will be coming in the lineup for her. Coakley had 21 for the Wolfpack last night, so that is a key offensive cog that goes out of the lineup right now. All right, 5-0. Gators lead. Wolfpack have yet to get a shot to the rim here in the first 2+ minutes of the ball game. Henson on the dribble out front, drives the lane, puts up the jumper, and she's fouled. Good drive down the lane by Madison Henson. She'll be shooting 2 to foul on Tiffany Keaton, her first. Rod, another thing that we've seen with the Lady Gators this year is Keaton getting in foul trouble early.
Yeah, we saw that just about a week ago.
Henson's first free throw, NBN, nothing but nylon.
And they let her play quite a bit that last time we covered East with those fouls.
Henson to shoot the second free throw. There's going to be a lane violation. Free throw was no good anyway, but Deese had stepped into the lane. So it'll be Gators basketball. Brown to inbound, does so to McClure. Looks like Whiteville setting up in a 1-3-1 zone. Pridgeon going to put pressure on McClure out front. Over to Junius. Down in the corner to Powell. Back out to Junius. She goes cross court to Brown. To Keaton. Cross court to Junius. She's going to shoot a 3. Too strong. Rebound, Treka Pridgeon. Over to Henson. Henson to Pridgeon. Her 3. Off the back rim, no good. Follows the shot, gets her own rebound. Henson dribbles in, takes a shot. Too strong, off the board. Ball batted out of bounds. Will stay with the Wolfpack. 5:07 to go here in the first quarter. Lady Gators 5, Lady Wolfpack 1. Henson to trigger the inbound. Tried to get it into Deese. Deese lost the ball out of bounds. Gators will take over.
East got to be very happy with the inside pressure because they are not letting Whiteville in the paint.
Nothing inside thus far for Whiteville. All right, McClure brings it up against the 1-3-1. Pridgeon extending the pressure well out front. Down to Brown in the corner. Her 3. Good again.
Wow.
Kayla Brown, second 3 of the first quarter. Gators lead 8-1. When Brown's hot, you better find her, even if you are playing a zone. All right, Henson brings the ball up, gets it over to Pridgeon, goes down in the corner to Henson. Her 3 off the top of the backboard, no good. Treka Pridgeon able to run it down. Dribbles, pass deflected. Vereen comes up with it, puts it up, blocked by Keaton, saved by the Wolfpack, but right to Junius. Junius cross court to Kayla Brown, and she'll hold it up and set it up the offense for East Columbus. Junius has it out front, over to Brown, down low to Charity Powell. She's double teamed, kicks it out to Brown, to Junius up top, to Brown. She fakes, drives down the middle now, tied up. Junius recovers it. Her pass intercepted by Wilson. Wilson loses the dribble. Junius gets it back and double dribbles.
That was quick.
Yes, it was. I'm glad I've seen these teams several times, and I'm a little bit more familiar with the name.
I'm glad you are.
8-1, halfway through the first quarter of play. The Gators leading the Wolfpack. Coakley back in the ball game now. I'm sure Coach Smith glad to see that. As I said, Coakley leading scorer for the Wolfpack and one of the few people that had their outside shot on for Whiteville last night. Henson just dribbling around at the top of the key. Over to Coakley on the right. She's picked up by Brown. Now she'll bring it back out front. Coakley on the dribble out front. Over to Pridgeon. Inside the Vereen. Pass knocked away and looks like a tie-up. Vereen and Charity Powell tied it up. And the ball will be retained by the Wolfpack on the alternating possession. 3:27 to go, 8-1, East Columbus. Coakley to trigger the inbound play. Looking, gets to Henson in the corner. She puts up a shot that's wide. It actually goes behind the backboard. She was under a lot of pressure from Kayla Brown. I know there's a lot of pressure on Madison Henson to hit the outside shot and try to loosen up this zone of East Columbus because no go inside for the Wolfpack so far. Pass down in the corner to Kayla Brown, out to Junius, to Charity Powell at the free throw line. She drives, puts up the short jumper, good. Charity Powell with her first bucket for East Columbus, and it's a 10-1 Lady Gator lead with 3 minutes to play. Trey Pridgeon brings it up court, over to Henson on the right. Looking inside, but and does get it to Wilson, whose layup is good. Gators lost to Wilson down there underneath the basket. First field goal for Whiteville. They still trail 10-3. McClure walks it up court. Picked up by Pridgeon. Again, 1-3-1 zone by Whiteville. Over to Junius. Back to McClure. McClure calling out play one. Back to Junius. To Brown. Brown back to Junius. Dishes inside to McClure. Her jumper from the foul line. Off the rim. No good. McClure follows her own shot. Puts it up. No good. Battle for the rebound. And Vereen comes up with it for the Wolfpack. Henson on the dribble up court. Comes to the top of the key. Over to Coakley. Just inside the three-point line. Her shot around and no good. Tiffany Keaton with the rebound for East. Over to Kayla Brown. And Brown, there is a timeout for East Columbus. It's a 30-second timeout. 10-3, minute 57 to go here in the first quarter. Gators leading. You're listening to WZCO 89.9 FM.
Tonight's game on 89.9 WZCO was brought to you by Sterling Kuntz and the employees of Tabor City Medicine Mart on South Main Street in Tabor City and Kuntz Medicine Mart, 112 East 7th Avenue in Chadbourne, providers of prescription medications and other home health care products. The Columbus Cup, sponsored by the Columbus County Sports Network and HBI Outdoor. Scores, schedules, interviews, highlights, and more are available at columbuscup.net.
Back here at West Columbus High School, Three Rivers Tournament girls finals between the number 1 seed East Columbus and the number 2 seed Whiteville Wolfpack.
Fierce defense so far by East in the paint on Whiteville. Only one wide open shot underneath. You got to be happy if you're East.
All right, East Columbus in possession of the basketball, passing it around the zone. Go to Powell in the corner. She passes out front to Junius. Tries to go down in the corner to Keaton. Madison Henson knocks it out of bounds. The Gators will retain possession in front of the Wolfpack bench. Got a substitute coming in. That's Tia Campbell coming in for Alexis Junius. Brown to inbound. Does so to Campbell. Back to Brown. Looks like McClure is getting one-on-one coverage, and the rest of the Whiteville team's playing a zone. It's kind of a, I don't know, it's a man-to-man on McClure, and the rest of the team's playing a 3-1 zone, it looks like. All right, Campbell over to Powell. Powell down in the corner to Brown. Her three, in and out, no good. Coakley comes up with the rebound for the Lady Wolfpack and gets it over to Henson.
They cannot allow her to keep getting that wide open in the three-point line.
Henson over to Trey Pridgeon. Cuts through the lane. Not open to Coakley out front. Coakley to Henson in the corner. Her three from the side. No good. Rebound by Wilson. She goes up. Doesn't make the shot. Partially blocked by Charity Powell, but I believe Powell is going to be called for the foul on the play. Charity Powell's first, just the team's third. White will get the foul in the game. So Wilson with shooting two. First one up and good by Danita Wilson, and that makes the score 10-4, good buddy. Wilson with the second shot. Up, around, no good. Charity Powell high for the rebound. She'll bring it down court on her own dribble. Gets it underneath to Campbell, who loses the basketball out of bounds. Turns it over to the Wolfpack. 50 seconds to go. 10-4. Gators lead. Coakley going to bring the ball up on the dribble left side. To Henson out front. McClure went for the steal, didn't get it. Goes to Pridgeon. She's picked up by Brown. Back out to Henson. Henson dribbles to the top of the key. Tries to go over to Coakley. Campbell tips it out of bounds. Wolfpack will maintain possession with 31 seconds left. Tell you, with Marlena McClure out at the top of that zone, her size makes it really difficult to get off a shot.
It does.
Anywhere from the top of the key. And the quickness of the Gators cover those wings real well. Pridgeon has the ball on the right side. Back out to Henson out front. Down to 20 seconds to go in the half. To Coakley. Coakley to Pridgeon. She drives, puts up the shot off the glass. No good. Fight for the rebound. Wolfpack comes up with it. And Erica Vereen scores the rebound basket for the Gators. We're down to 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, one. McClure takes a long three-pointer off the back rim, no good. After one period of play, it's East Columbus 10, Whiteville 6. You're listening to the Columbus County Sports Network and CCCA on WZCO 89.9 FM.
Tonight's game, 72 degrees, cooling, heating, and electrical, located at 442 South Madison Street in Whiteville, carries Rheem, American Standard, Mitsubishi Electric, and Goodman Heating and Air Conditioning products. 72 degrees staff provides both new installation and repair of existing systems. Online at the word 70 and the number 2 degrees.com or 844-247-7272. 72 Degrees is proud to sponsor CCCA Sports Broadcast on WZCO. Tonight's game on WZCO 89.9 is sponsored by Drs. Douglas Messina and Craig Lippy of Carolina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Services, 1717 Shipyard Boulevard in Wilmington and McNeil Plaza in Whiteville. Hours of operation and patient information is available at carolinasportsmed.com. And Leon and Jake Fonville at E.W. Fonville & Sons Farm and Garden Store, 205 Hickman Road, Tabor City. They carry feed, plants, and accessories for the farm and garden.
All right, we're back. Second quarter has started. Charity Powell with a shot from the baseline, no good, but Tiffany Keaton with the rebound puts it up and in to give the Gators a 12-6 lead. Whiteville on the attack now. Henson with the ball left side, looking inside against the Gator zone. Henson with a long three. Too strong off the backboard. Powell uncontested for the rebound. And McClure will bring it up, and she'll be picked up by Pridgeon. Over to Brown. Down to Powell in the corner, and she's fouled by Coakley. Coakley's first and the first team foul on the Wolfpack. 7:25 to go here before halftime. 12-6. Gators leading. In a game, doesn't make any difference in the seeding. They're playing for a trophy and playing for pride. Inbounds pass to Keaton. Keaton looking to get rid of it. Does to McClure. McClure travels. Pass was deflected going to McClure, and she kind of got it caught on her hip. Took a step without putting the ball to the floor. So Whiteville basketball. Henson will walk it up court. Wilson, Pridgeon, Vereen, and Coakley also on the court for the Wolfpack. Pass down in the corner. Intercepted by Charity Powell. Over to Keaton, and she'll get it to McClure. She'll bring it up court. Pridgeon, Henson, Vereen, Wilson, and Coakley on the court for the Wolfpack. Screen set for McClure out top by Powell. Now Powell goes back underneath the basket. Pridgeon on her. Goes over tries to go over the corner to Brown. Wilson knocks it out of bounds. 6:45 to go. 12-6 lead. 12-6 lead by the Gators. Thought the Gators were going to call timeout, but they did not. Tia Campbell takes the inbound pass, gets it over to Keaton. Back to Campbell. To McClure. McClure being harassed. Over to Powell in the corner. Her jumper from the corner is good. Charity Powell from just inside the three-point line. The left corner makes it 14-6. East Columbus. Henson drives, and a foul is called. That foul's on McClure, and that will be McClure's second foul. Big foul in the ballgame for McClure to have two. Coakley tries to inbound the basketball. Has it knocked away by Powell, but Henson gets to it, and Powell deflects it again out of bounds. The Wolfpack will keep the basketball. Pass inbounds to Henson. Over to Traker Pridgeon. Back out to Madison Henson up top. Has a screen set for her by Deese. Over to Coakley. She drives. Tries to put up the shot. And Charity Powell commits the foul. And that's going to be her second foul as well. So two of the main cogs, the two sophomore sensations we should call them for East Columbus, both with two fouls, and Shay Coakley to the line to shoot two. First free throw up and good. 14-7. As both teams have converted their extra points.
First points of the game for Coakley.
Coakley took a spill after taking a charge by McClure earlier in the ball game, but went to the bench briefly, was able to come back. Alexis Clark in the ball game for Charity Powell for the Gators now. Coakley's second free throw up, and it's good as well. And let's see, we've got Alexis Junius coming back in the lineup for Marlena McClure. So both Lady Gators with 2 fouls are on the bench next to Coach Chandra Smith right now. Campbell brings it up, goes over to Junius. She goes down in the corner to Keaton. Gets it back out to Campbell. She drives to Keaton. Her pass knocked away by Henson. She throws the ball forward to Deese, and there's a collision, and Kayla Brown is called for the foul, and Brown limping a little bit after the collision at half court. 16 foul on the Gators. Next foul will be the bonus for the Wolfpack. Only one team foul thus far on Whiteville. 14-8, East Columbus leads. 5:40 to go. Cross-court pass to Henson. Henson drives, gets it inside to Coakley. Her shot off the glass, no good. A couple of players go down, but nothing called. Gators get the rebound, and Kayla Brown will bring it up court. Coakley had a good look inside, but could not convert. Over to Brown. Looks like the Gators are a little bit confused with the substitutions that have taken place as to who's going to be where. They get the ball inside to Keaton. She's got an easy one, lays it up good. Went for the steal, guarding Keaton, and had an easy shot at the basket after that. Pass goes inside to Deese. Her shot no good. Coakley with the rebound. She follows no good. Keaton gets the rebound, and she's fouled. Foul is on Treka Pridgeon. Team second, and Pridgeon's first. And the Wolfpack going to go to a full-court press now. And Pridgeon steals, goes up for the shot, rolls in good. So the press pays immediate dividends. Inbounds pass stolen by Henson. Ball on the floor. Pridgeon's got it, gets it out to Coakley. So the Wolfpack with the basketball, trailing by 6. Try to make the pass underneath, and Keaton steals it and gets it over to Brown. She's double teamed, and she'll get the ball up court on the dribble now. Guarded closely by Deese. Now she sets up the offense. Wolfpack in a person-to-person defense now. Ball inside to Keaton. Henson comes for the double team, and Keaton looses it off her foot out of bounds. Coach Powell going to go back with McClure and Powell, despite the fact that they have 2 fouls, knowing that the press and the man-to-man defense that the Wolfpack have put on have caused them some problems without primary ball handler Marlena McClure in the ball game for East Columbus. 16-10, 4 minutes to go before halftime. Pridgeon with the ball on the right side, Henson out front. Her three, in and out, no good. Pridgeon runs down the rebound, gets the Deese at the foul line, up off front rim, and falls in. 16-12. And East Columbus is going to take a timeout as the Wolfpack have tightened this game back up to a 4-point margin. 3:51 to go here in the first half. East Columbus 16, Whiteville 12. We'll be back.
Coverage of tonight's game on 89.9 WZCO is sponsored by the Collins family and the Southern Sizzler Family Steakhouse, 1405 South Madison Street in Whiteville, serving a country buffet daily with a breakfast buffet on weekends. Ordering from the menu is also available. And Horace Mann Insurance Agent Revis Long, located at 820 South Madison Street in Whiteville. The Horace Mann Company's product offerings for educators include life, auto, and homeowners insurance, disability protection, and annuities. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Woodman of the World Financial Advisor David Pless, 207-8042 for information on Woodman of the World financial products. And Bill Worley and Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406.
Ball inbounded to McClure. She brings it up court. Whiteville takes the press off McClure back in the ball game. Over in the corner to Brown. Wolfpack does stay in the person-to-person defense. Charity Powell drives it to the hoop, puts it up. Basket's goes in, but the official calls traveling on Powell, so that'll turn it over to Wolfpack. Wolfpack's made a run here in the last couple of minutes to cut the margin to 4. Opportunity to cut into it more. Looks like East Columbus is tight. It looked like they were going to go to a man-to-man. Took the pass, had it stolen. Henson with a 3 after the Gators stole the basketball. Henson steals it back, hits an open 3. 16-15 now, lead for East Columbus. McClure with a dribble on the left side. Dishes inside the Powell. She's double-teamed, gets it back to McClure. Her long jumper off the front rim, no good. Battle for the rebound. Rogers and Junius tie up. Alternating possession gives the ball to Whiteville. 2:53 to go. And Whiteville possession down by 1. 1-3-1 for the Gators. They're going to extend it well out front now. Pridgeon with the ball. Over to Rogers. Rogers long 3. Off board, no good. Battle for the rebound. Wilson comes up with it. Over to Pridgeon. Pridgeon's 3. No good. Coakley with the rebound. Puts it up good. Shea Coakley with the follow. Gives the Lady Wolfpack a 17-16 lead. 2:20 to go here in the first half of play. McClure dribbles up court slowly. Guarded by Pridgeon. Drives right side. Goes to Powell in the middle. Her short jumper around, no good. McClure with the rebound. And Traker Pridgeon's going to be called for the foul. The East Columbus ball underneath their own goal. Foul on Pridgeon, her second. Brown inbounds to McClure, wide open under the basket. And she lays it in. I think Pridgeon thought that she was being substituted for, was ready to go out of the ball game, and no one was guarding McClure, and that's who she's been guarding primarily. There's a foul on Tia Campbell as she was pressuring Madison Henson as she came up court, and Henson will go to the line to shoot 1-1. 7th team foul on East Columbus. First foul on Tia Campbell. Anita Wilson coming in the ball game for Shea Coakley. Nope. She came in the ball game for Pridgeon, just taking Coakley's position on the free throw line. Henson to shoot the 1-1. First free throw is up and good. Ties the score at 18, 1:56 to go. All right, everybody settled on the line now. Henson 1, 2, 3, 4 bounces. Spinning the basketball, eyes the rim, puts it up, and it's good. Wolfpack retake the lead, 19-18. McClure going to walk the ball up court. Looks like Deese will have the job of guarding her now. Over to Powell. Powell drives, cut off. Back out to McClure. McClure dribbling at the top of the key. Deese kind of laying off of her, so McClure can't drive. McClure now does drive left side. Dishes off to Keaton. Keaton loses the ball out of bounds. It will be turned over to Whiteville. McClure was cut off in the drive, tried to go across the lane to Keaton, but Keaton couldn't handle the pass. Ball goes out of bounds. Wolfpack basketball. Henson to bring it up. Campbell will pick her up. She drives, dishes off to Coakley. Coakley cross court to Rogers. Rogers back to Coakley. To Henson, her 3 off the rim and bounces in. Friendly bounce there for Madison Henson on the 3-pointer. Gives the Wolfpack a 22-18 lead. Henson was off with that 3-point shot early, but she's hit 2 in a row now. Down to 51 seconds. See if East Columbus holds for the last shot. McClure gets the screen, drives, hits Keaton driving down the baseline for 2. Nice play there by McClure hooking up with Keaton. Down to 34 seconds now. Henson on the dribble, guarded by Campbell, gets it over to Rogers. Rogers tries to go inside, has it picked off by Keaton. Charity Powell on the dribble up court, down to 20 seconds. Powell dribbles, has her pass knocked away by Coakley. 2-on-1 break for the Wolfpack. Coakley drives, puts up the shot, no good. Powell with the rebound to McClure, over to Brown. Brown crosses half court with 8 seconds, down to 5. McClure drives, spins, dishes off to Powell for the shot at the buzzer, and it's good, and that ties us up at 22 apiece. We played one half of basketball, and nothing at all has been decided. A back-and-forth contest. Looked like East Columbus early was going to blow out the Wolfpack, but, Rod, things changed when Powell and McClure picked up the 2 fouls.
It did. They had to change the way they did. Whiteville went with that press, and that press was, it was working for them. And they were able to put 4 to 6 quick points right on there. And that last minute, unbelievable. They were playing lights out in that last minute.
They took the press off when McClure and Powell came back in the ballgame. It was almost like that invigorated the Wolfpack offensively. And then, of course, Madison Henson with a couple of threes there after having not a lot of success on her first several outside shots. Got a friendly roll on that last one. Okay, 22-22 is the score at the half in this Three Rivers Conference girls semifinal between the number 1 seed East Columbus Lady Gators and the number 2 seed Whiteville Lady Wolfpack. Rod's going to work on some stats, and we're going to hear from some of our sponsors, and we'll be back in just a few moments.
Domino's Pizza, located in Whiteville Town Plaza on South J.K. Powell Boulevard, offers pizza options with online and mobile ordering for delivery or carryout. Penny pasta bowls, chicken, cheesy bread with dipping sauces, and sweet Cinna sticks are also available. Domino's is open Sunday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Fridays and Saturdays from 10 a.m. until midnight. The phone number is 640. Domino's Pizza, located in Whiteville Town Plaza on South J.K. Powell Boulevard, offers pizza options with online and mobile ordering for delivery or carryout. Penny pasta bowls, chicken, cheesy bread with dipping sauces, and sweet Cinna sticks are also available. Domino's is open Sunday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Fridays and Saturdays from 10 a.m. until midnight. The phone number is 640-2211. Menus and more information is available at Domino's.com. Tonight's game on WZCO is sponsored by Parks Thomas and the staff of Regalwood Mutual Drug. Regalwood Mutual Drug has been filling prescriptions, advising, and serving customers since 1989. Located just off Highway 7476 at the Columbus-Brunswick line. Jim Davis and Wells Fargo Home Mortgage, 4200 Morganton Road in Fayetteville, offering home buying and refinancing loans as well as home equity financing. And Southeastern Community College. SCC has a variety of academic and workforce development courses that can suit the needs of any individual. To learn more, call 642-7141 or visit online at scc.edu. Johnston's is the official class ring and graduation supplies provider for Columbus County Schools. A Johnston's representative will be visiting your school this fall. Johnston's product information is available at Overby office at johnston's.com or 910-675-3886. Overby School Services, Reginald Lewis, and Johnston's are proud to help sponsor tonight's CCCA sports broadcast.
Back at West Columbus High School, Three Rivers Conference Girls Finals. And
tonight's Columbus career.
We played one half of basketball and haven't decided anything as it's 22-22. And, Rod, you got first half stats.
I do. Start with East Columbus. We have Alexis Junius. She had 2 in the first half, and her basket came in the first quarter. Tiffany Keaton was 6, all 6 in the second quarter. Kayla Brown has 6. She made 2 threes in the first quarter. Charity Powell was 6, 1 bucket in the first, 2 buckets in the second. Marlena McClure with 2, and she didn't get her first points until the second half or the second quarter. So there's East Columbus's 22 points.
And, that McClure score of only 2, that's pretty significant because normally you'll see her as the leading scorer for East Columbus. So be interesting to see if they do something to try to shake her loose a little bit more in the second half.
For Whiteville, number 5, Treka Pridgeon, she has 2. She got her bucket in the second quarter. Number 10, Danita Wilson, had 3 in the first quarter. For Shea Coakley, They held her scoreless in the first, but she came away with 4 in the second. Madison Henson had 1 in the first, and she had 8 in the second with 2 3-pointers for a total of 9. Erica Vereen with a bucket in the first quarter, and Brianna Dees for a bucket in the second. East Columbus outscores Whiteville 10-6 in the first quarter. Whiteville outscores East Columbus 16-12 in the second, which gives us our 22-22 deadlock, and East Columbus sitting on 7 team fouls to Whiteville's 3.
I think one of the keys is that 4 of those 7 fouls, 2 on Charity Powell, 2 on Marlena McClure. Also, I'm noticing that East Columbus did not go to the free throw line in the first half. Am I correct?
You are correct. They did not.
And Whiteville took pretty much advantage of their opportunity, shooting 6 of 8, it looks like. So good free throw shooting, 75% by the Wolfpack.
And one of theirs was a lane violation, but I don't believe it rolled in.
It did. Yeah, I remember that one. All right. Well, those are your halftime stats. We're about 2.5 minutes away before the start of the second half. The South Columbus boys basketball team and cheerleaders arriving now as they'll be taking on the Whiteville Wolfpack. And the boys' finals here probably about 10-15 minutes after the girls, since there'll be a trophy presentation between games. Right now, let's hear from some more folks that make the broadcast on CCCA and the Columbus County Sports Network possible. You're listening to WZCO 89.9 FM and WZCO.org.
Cooper Tires and Black's Tire and Auto Service are happy to sponsor tonight's game. Cooper Tires are available at all of the 36 Black's Tire locations in North and South Carolina, including the Whiteville store at 1615 South Madison Street. The phone number is 517-0229. Black's and Cooper Tires hope you enjoy tonight's broadcast. Merritt Sporting Goods and Trophies, located at the corner of Main and Franklin Streets in Whiteville, provides sporting goods to Columbus and surrounding counties. Merritt stocks football, soccer, basketball, softball, and baseball equipment and carries collegiate wear. They offer uniforms, trophies, engraving, and screen printing for schools, churches, and businesses. More information about Merritt Sporting Goods is available at 642-6079. Lyndon, Gregg, and Tyrone would like to say thanks for your support since 1986, and they are glad to play a part in bringing you tonight's game.
Men and Women United for Youth and Families is enriching the lives of families living in the Tri-County area of Bladen, Brunswick, and Columbus counties through recreational, educational, and job search services. Let us help you create a plan for success by calling 910-655-11 or visit us in Delco Monday through Friday at 25485 Andrew Jackson Highway East near Brown's Outdoors.
Okay, we're back, getting ready for the start of the second half. Be East Columbus basketball to start the second half. And other than some, I would say minor, if they either one had 3, I'd say major foul problems for East Columbus, but Powell and McClure both with 2 fouls. I'd like to say hello to Coach Lewis listening in tonight as well. And thanks for the text. All right, here we go. Caleb Brown, the inbound. We got 16 minutes to decide who's going to be the Three Rivers Conference tournament champion. Wolfpack in a 1-2-2 zone. Brown holding the ball outside to Junius out front. Both teams with their starting lineups back on the floor. Actually, it's a box and one as McClure is being guarded by Pridgeon. Over the corner to Brown. Gibson inside to Keaton, and Vereen comes over the back and fouls Keaton. So the Wolfpack that only had, 3?
Only 3.
Team fouls in the first, picks up 1 here in the first 25 seconds of the second half. Brown to inbound, still looking. Gets it to McClure. McClure to Brown in the corner, open for 3. No good. Coakley with the rebound for Whiteville. Over to Henson. Henson looks to see if there's a break available, but there isn't. So she'll set it up at the top of the key for Whiteville. Goes over to Coakley. Powell knocks it away and makes the steal. Got a 2-on-2 break going on. Powell pulls up, takes the jumper in and out, no good. Gets her own rebound, goes back up, off the glass, no good. Coakley with another rebound for Whiteville. Over to Henson. Henson's Powell, Henson's to pass. taken by Kayla Brown and East Columbus basketball. Brown with it out near the midcourt line. Drives to the top of the key, over to Junius, to Brown, to Junius. It's a box and one for the Wolfpack. Brown drives and travels. As she started to drive, Henson and Coakley collapsed on her, and she drug her pivot foot. We're seeing more and more teams try to take Marlena McClure out of the ball handling by playing her man-to-man. And it does seem to be causing some problems for the Gators here tonight. All right, 22 all. That's what it was at half. We played a minute and a half. Nobody scored here in the second. Henson with the ball, goes to Pridgeon in the corner, and Pridgeon loses her balance, stumbles, and travels. I think the Wolfpack have yet to get off a shot here in the second half.
You are correct.
McClure going to walk the ball up court. Pridgeon waiting for it at the top of the key. Got Mia Campbell in the ball game for Keaton now for the Gators. McClure drives over to Junius, to Brown in the corner. Her three, no good. Henson with the rebound and up court on the run for the Wolfpack. Quickly over to Coakley. And Coakley had a foot out of bounds when she caught the basketball. So still not a shot for the Wolfpack here in the second half. After 2 minutes to play, still tied at 22.
Big difference from the final last minute.
A lot of action, just not much scoring.
Right.
McClure slowly dribbling the ball out front, over to Junius, back to McClure, out near the midcourt circle. Not a lot of movement for the Gators underneath the basket. Powell is going from one side of the lane to the other, along with Campbell. Now McClure starts to drive over to Brown, dishes inside to Campbell. She loses it, but Powell comes up with it, lays it up good. Mia Campbell couldn't handle the pass, but it went right to Charity Powell. She laid it up for a 24-22 Lady Gator lead. 5:18 to go here in the third quarter. Coakley with the ball out front. Drives right side, all the way to the rim, puts it up, no good. Fight for the rebound, loose ball. And Henson's going to come up with it for the Pack to Vereen. And Vereen travels.
What a great move by Coakley. She just couldn't finish it off.
Got a nice screen underneath the basket as well, and her shot was just too strong. Tell you, when Charity Powell's around the basket anywhere, I think anybody that drives is wary of her shot blocking ability for East Columbus.
You have to be, because she has got a range that she can get to that ball.
All right, McClure on the dribble up in the corner of the forecourt near the East Columbus bench. Doesn't seem to be in any hurry, and East Columbus has the lead, so she doesn't need to be. Over to Junius. Back to McClure. Pridgeon not pressuring her. Powell comes up to the top of the key, takes the long jumper. Good! Charity Powell with a shot from just inside the top of the key, makes it 26-22. Coakley with the ball on the right side for the Wolfpack. Guarded closely by Junius, and Coach Serena Smith calls a timeout for the Wolfpack. 26-22, Gators have scored the only 4 points here in the third quarter of action, and we'll be back in just a moment with more.
Tonight's game on 89.9 WZCO is brought to you by Sterling Kuntz and the employees of Tabor City Medicine Mart on South Main Street in Tabor City, and Kuntz Medicine Mart, 112 East 7th Avenue in Chadbourne, providers of prescription medications and other home health care products. The Columbus Cup, sponsored by the Columbus County Sports Network and HBI Outdoor. Score, schedules, interviews, highlights, and more are available at columbuscup.net.
It was 22-22 at the half. It's 26-22 East Columbus now, as it's hard to score when you don't get a shot off.
That's
and
true.
Whiteville has only had one shot. That was the layup missed by Shea Coakley on the next to last possession. Coakley inbounds the ball for Whiteville to Henson in the backcourt. She'll bring it to the forecourt now. See what the Wolfpack does offensively after this timeout. Henson drives, dishes inside to Wilson. Her shot high off the glass is good. Avoided the shot block by Charity Powell. And that was, who did we say? That was Wilson, right? Danita Wilson with the basket. 26-24, 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. McClure picked up by Akira McNeil now in the ball game for the Wolfpack. To Junius, over to Powell, out at the top of the circle. Powell dribbles to the right, to Junius. Back to Powell, steps in, 15-footer, good. Charity Powell with all 6 East Columbus points, and the Gators put on the pressure now. Henson gets the ball up court to McNeil, who loses her footing. Maintains possession of the basketball, gets it to Henson, down to Vereen, back to McNeil, over to Henson out front. Looks like the Gators picking up man-to-man. Coakley drives, puts up the shot, and a foul is called. Foul is on.
He called number 40. I don't see a 40.
There is a 40.
Oh, there is a 40.
Yeah, that's. I left her off. First free throw by Coakley is good. 40 is Campbell. Is Mia Campbell. Just so you have to put her in there. Second free throw by Coakley is also good. Makes it 28-26. Gators lead by 2. 3:10 to go here. McClure on the dribble to Powell at the top of the key. Powell with all 6 for the Gators. Over to Junius. Back to Powell. She drives the lane, puts up the jumper, goes in, but there was a foul before the shot, so it'll be Gator basketball out of bounds. Again, Whiteville looks like they're playing. I know they're guarding McClure person to person, and it looks like it's a box and one on McClure. Brown to inbound. Gets it into Keaton, turns around, lays it off the glass, good. Good position by Tiffany Keaton. Henson brings the ball up court quickly against the press, and her pass is picked off by Keaton, and she's called for traveling. Keaton actually intercepted the basketball between her knees.
She sure did.
And then shuffled her feet and was called for the travel. Whiteville inbounds, gets it to Henson. Henson tries to drive and going to have a foul called on Kayla Brown in the act of shooting on Madison Henson. Henson will go to the line and shoot 3. 2:40 to go, 30-26. Second foul on Kayla Brown. So she joins McClure and Powell with 2 apiece. Henson's first free throw up and short. Second free throw for Henson. Up, and it's good. And she's got one more coming. Wolfpack 75% from the free throw line in the first half. Henson's third free throw is up, and it's good. So 2 out of 3 makes it 30-28. Gators leading 2:35 to go here in the third period of play. McClure going to bring the ball up on the right side now. Guarded by McNeil. Her cross-court pass to Brown. Long 3. Rebounded by Keaton. Up and good. Brown missed the rim with that shot, but Keaton, Johnny on the spot with the rebound, puts it in. Wolfpack get the ball in against pressure. McNeil brings it in, dishes off to Vereen. Her short jumper, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts it back up off the glass, good. Erica Vereen follows her own shot, makes it 32-30. 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Both teams using offensive rebounding to score their last buckets. McClure gets the screen set for. She drives, dishes off to Brown in the corner. Her 3, in and out, no good. Coakley with the rebound. Gets it over to Henson. Henson ahead to Wilson. She's got an open layup, puts it up good, and ties the score. Danita Wilson with the basket. Madison Henson with the assist. And Coach Chandler Powell calls timeout. 1:38 to go here in the third. We're tied at 32.
72 degrees, cooling, heating, and electrical, located at 442 South Madison Street in Whiteville, carries Rheem, American Standard, Mitsubishi Electric, and Goodman Heating and Air Conditioning products. 72 degrees staff provides both new installation and repair of existing systems. Online at the word 70 and the number 2 degrees.com or 844-247-7272. 72 degrees is proud to sponsor CCCA sports broadcast on WZCO.
All right, we're back. It's tied at 32. Gators ran out to a 4-point lead, I think.
They did.
Actually, 6-point lead, 28-22. But Whiteville has outscored them 10-4 since that point. And we're coming out of a timeout called by Coach Powell. And it'll be Gator basketball underneath the Whiteville basket. And as soon as East Columbus comes out of the huddle, Akira McNeil goes and face guards McClure. Pass inbound to Junius. Back over to Brown, and Brown will bring it up court. Charity Powell with the ball out near the midcourt circle. Dribbles to the left over to Junius. Back to Powell. Powell drives, puts up a long jumper off the front rim. No good. Battle for the rebound. Out of bounds will be Whiteville basketball. Keaton, the last person to touch it for East Columbus, and the Gators will press. Inbound to Henson. Henson, long pass up court to Vereen. She's got an open look. No good. Battle for the rebound. Keaton comes up with it. She was tied up by Vereen, but a foul's going to be called on Vereen. So Erica Vereen with the foul as she tried to tie up Tiffany Keaton, but was unable to do so. That is the second foul on Vereen, third foul on the Lady Wolfpack. Tied at 32. Now some pressure being extended by the Wolfpack. Powell going to bring it up court. Gets a screen from McClure. Has it up court now and dishes back out to McClure near the midcourt circle. She drives, spins at the foul line, over to Powell, over to Junius. Her three, too strong. Rebound by Keaton. Puts it up, no good. Powell with a rebound, up and in. East Columbus using that height advantage inside. Keaton and Powell playing volleyball with it. And the Gators again take a 2-point lead. 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Hens with the ball out front. She drives off to McNeil. McNeil being guarded by McClure. Back to Henson. Gators in a zone. Into Wilson. She drives past Powell. Loses the basketball. McNeil comes up with it. Long three by Henson. No good. Wilson thought she had the rebound. Taken away by Powell. Quickly up court with 10 seconds. Over to Junius. To Brown with 7. To McClure with 6. She spins. Puts up the jumper. No good. Battle for the rebound. Out of bounds. Will retain possession. East Columbus will with 1 second left to go in the quarter.
Can they get a shot off with 1 second?
They can get a shot off with 1 second, but I don't believe you can dribble. But with Powell and Keaton inside, I would look for a lob towards the basket. McClure to inbound, gets it to Junius, and her shot is no good. Wouldn't have counted anyway as she did hesitate. After 3, it's East Columbus 34, Whiteville 32. We'll be back with the final 8 minutes here in just a moment on WZCO.
Tonight's game on WZCO 89.9 is sponsored by Drs. Douglas Messina and Craig Lippy of Carolina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Services, 1717 Shipyard Boulevard in Wilmington and McNeil Plaza in Whiteville. Hours of operation and patient information is available at carolinasportsmed.com. And Leon and Jake Fonville at E.W. Fonville & Sons Farm and Garden Store, 205 Hickman Road, Tabor City. They carry feed, plants, and accessories for the farm and garden. Coverage of tonight's game on 89.9 WZCO is sponsored by the Collins family and the Southern Sizzler Family Steakhouse, 1405 South Madison Street in Whiteville, serving a country buffet daily with a breakfast buffet on weekends. Ordering from the menu is also available. And Horace Mann Insurance Agent Revis Long, located at 820 South Madison Street in Whiteville. The Horace Mann Company's product offerings for educators include life, auto, and homeowners insurance, disability protection, and annuities.
Back for the start of the fourth quarter. We thought this would be a good one, and it's been tight. Looked like East was going to run out quickly in the first quarter, but Whiteville caught back up, and it's been pretty nip and tuck since then. 34-32, the Gators lead Whiteville basketball to start the fourth quarter.
What would you say if I told you 24 minutes in the game, Marlena McClure had 2 points?
And East Columbus is still leading. I'd say that's surprising. Henson has the ball, drives baseline, tries to dish over to Wilson. Her pass gets away. Brown picks it off, gets it off to Powell. bring it up court against Coakley, drives, puts up the shot, and they are going to count the basket. The official initially said the foul was on the floor, but changed his decision, said she was in the act of shooting, and Charity Powell is going to go to the line to try to get the old-fashioned three-point play. Foul was on Coakley, and that's Coakley's third, according to the scoreboard. Powell with the free throw, up and in. Charity Powell taking on the scoring load here in the second half for the Lady Gators. 37-32 now. Henson with the ball, dribbling out near the midcourt circle. Drives right side. McClure tries to take it away. Henson still driving, and there's going to be a foul on Keaton. Non-shooting foul. Ball will be out of bounds under the Wolfpack basket. That's Keaton's second foul in the ball game. Third team foul. Gators lead by 5. Coakley looking to inbound. Powell deflects the pass. McClure comes up with it. 2-on-1 break over to Junius. Junius up for the shot. No good. Powell with the rebound. Saves it, but Coakley picks it off for the Wolfpack. Brings it up the left side, and she'll hold up and pass off to Henson, and Whiteville will set up the offense. Henson on the dribble. Goes around to the left side. Trying to get inside. Goes cross court to Coakley. Coakley drives. Puts up the shot. No good, but Keaton picks up another foul. And it's non-shooting foul. Keaton's third. Tia Campbell into the lineup for East Columbus. Coach Smith wondering why, if the other was a shooting foul, why that one wasn't. Pridgeon with the inbound. Henson gets it. Her shot from the right. Off the front rim, no good. Powell with the rebound for the Gators. She's going to bring it up court on her own dribble. Gets it over to McClure. Person-to-person defense by the Wolfpack, but not putting much pressure on the ball. Now Pridgeon goes out and starts to guard McClure more closely, looking for a 5 count. Now over to Powell, guarded by Coakley, but not closely. Powell moves to the left. Now back out front, still on the dribble. Dribbles to the left, goes over to Brown on the left side. Back out to Powell out front. Over to Campbell. Campbell tied up by Henson, gets it to McClure. Pridgeon still on her. East Columbus with a 5-point lead, 6 minutes to go. Not in any hurry to do anything offensively. Lead and the basketball. Powell sets the screen for McClure. Puts it over to Brown. Brown dishes inside to Keaton. Out to Powell for a 3. In and out, no good. Battle for the rebound. Tia Campbell comes up with it. Her shot, no good. McClure follows the basket, good. Marlena McClure with the follow-up basket. Makes it a 7-point margin. East 39, Whiteville 32. And we got a timeout called by Whiteville, trailing by 7, and this one's starting to get away from them. We'll be back with more here on WZCO in just a moment.
Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Woodman of the World financial advisor David Pless, 207-8042 for information on Woodman of the World financial products. And Bill Worley & Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406.
We're back. Franklin Davis, Rod Likens, and all the folks from Columbus Career and College Academy who do an outstanding job of bringing you not only tonight's audio but video as well at WZCO.org. In case you're listening in and think, man, I'd like to see that, you can get on your computer.
That's right.
And this is just the first of 2 as another county rivalry matchup. South Columbus and Whiteville's boys playing the boys championship tonight.
Should be another good one.
All right, 39-32. Lady Gators leading, 5:39 to go. Whiteville basketball at midcourt. Pridgeon inbounds to Henson. Henson guarded by Campbell. To Coakley, she drives right side, puts up the short jumper. No good. McClure with the rebound.
It's just intimidating to shoot over Powell.
It is. McClure has it now. Not still in the backcourt. Now crosses midcourt against Pridgeon. Powell comes out to set a screen. Now goes back underneath the basket. McClure still on the dribble, looking for a 5-second count. She gets it off to Brown, gets it to Powell underneath. Back out to McClure. McClure dribbles, takes the jumper. Good! Marlena McClure with about a 14-footer from the left side. Makes it 41-32. Vereen gets the ball down low. Her jumper up and good. Erica Vereen responds for the Wolfpack. 41-34. 4:45 to go in the ball game. McClure slowly dribbles the ball into the forecourt. Hands it off to Campbell. Nobody pressuring Campbell. Over to Keaton. We know Keaton's not going to dribble it. Over to Campbell, to Brown on the right side. Cross court to Keaton. In the corner to Charity Powell. Down inside to McClure. Has it knocked away, but a foul is called. I think that foul is going to be called on Danita Wilson of the Wolfpack, and it is. That's Wilson's first foul, team's fifth. The East Columbus ball out of bounds underneath their own basket. And you've got Rogers coming in for Wilson for the Lady Wolfpack now. All right, McClure to inbound. Pounds the basketball, looking for some help. Goes to Powell in the corner. She drives, puts up a short jumper. Good. Charity Powell on fire here in the second half for East Columbus. How many is that for Powell in the game? You got that, Rod?
Yeah, for the game we're looking at 19.
19 for Powell. Henson bumped as she brings the ball in the forecourt by Campbell. Tia Campbell's second foul. Wolfpack basketball out of bounds. 43-34. Wolfpack really need to score here on this possession with 4 minutes to play, trailing by 9. Pass from Henson over to Pridgeon. Gets away, goes out of bounds into the Wolfpack bench. It'll be East Columbus basketball. McNeil back in the ball game. Pridgeon comes out. Brown off to McClure. McClure bring the ball up court. Just past halfway in the fourth quarter. 43-34. Gators. McClure going to just dribble the ball out front. No pressure on her right now. 1-2-2 zone. McClure's just dribbling around the top of the key. Goes over to Brown. Brown launches a three. It's off the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound. Henson can't save it from going out of bounds. East Columbus will maintain possession. Little surprised to see that East Columbus is not making Whiteville come out of that zone with that 9-point lead. Ball inbounded to Keaton. She's simply holding. Tries to go to Powell down in the corner and throws it over the top of her outstretched arms, which is a pretty high pass when you throw it over Charity Powell.
Yeah.
So, Whiteville with possession. Henson going to walk it up court. Over to Rogers. Rogers to Vereen. Her shot off the rim, no good. McNeil runs down the rebound. Gets it to Henson. Off to McNeil. McNeil to Rogers. Rogers to Henson on the right side. To Coakley at the free throw line. She drives, puts up the shot off the glass. Good. Shay Coakley with a nice driving shot off the glass. Makes it 43-36. 2:55 to go in the ball game. Looks like the Wolfpack going to increase the pressure some now, which will open up a lane for Marlena McClure with the way she handles the basketball. Powell has it. She's guarded by Coakley. Out near the midcourt circle, over to Brown on the right. Inside to McClure, knocked away, but Keaton comes up with it. Out to Powell at the top of the key. Over to Campbell. Campbell cross court to Brown. Back to Powell out front. Powell starts to drive on the left side to Campbell. Her three, no good. Vereen with the rebound for the Wolfpack. Henson brings it up court. Long pass to Coakley. Her shot from the right, off the rim, no good. Ball on the floor. Dive for it, and Vereen with a nice hustle play goes to the court, gets the basketball, and Whiteville gets the timeout to maintain possession. 2 minutes, 11 seconds to go, 43-36. Gators leading. Let's keep it here, Rod.
Okay.
And thought East maybe was going to pull away when they got that 9-point lead, but Whiteville has battled back some good defense for the last couple of possessions, and all East has been able to do is take a couple of long three-pointers. Really surprised that East is even shooting the basketball in this situation.
I really thought Whiteville would bring the press back, even with Powell and Marlena in there. I thought they would at least try a little mix it, because they were successful with that earlier, but offensive rebounds at the beginning of the fourth quarter is what's put East up in this lead right now.
Yeah, Keaton and Powell, absolutely. And Charity Powell's played an outstanding ball game.
She has.
I think you may see Whiteville go to the press if they can make a basket. Henson to inbound underneath the Wolfpack basket for Whiteville. Still looking. Goes out front to McNeil. Her long shot, in and out, no good. Charity Powell with the rebound. She's guarded by Coakley, and she'll bring the ball up court on her own dribble. Nice to have a 6-footer that can dribble the basketball also.
Sure is.
And looks like the Gators going to go to the four corner. Brown with the ball out front in the corner, guarded by Henson. Down in the corner to Keaton. Keaton looking to get rid of it, does to McClure. McClure starts to drive, and she's fouled by Madison Henson. 16 foul on the Gators, so it'll be a non-shooting foul. We're down to 146. And Brown will inbound for East Columbus. Tries to get an inbound to Powell, knocked away. Rogers has it for the Lady Wolfpack. Her pass down court to Vereen, and she comes down with it, but stumbles and falls. Traveling called. Vereen had to make a nice one-handed catch just to get the basketball, but was not able to keep her balance in traveling. And the Wolfpack is going to pick up full court.
If this was football, that would have been a first down.
Yeah, nice catch. She did have possession. Ball inbounded to Charity Powell, and she's fouled by Coakley, and that'll be 1-1, I believe, for East Columbus, sending Charity Powell to the line, and foul number 4 on Shay Coakley. So Charity Powell at the charity stripe. I think last report from you, we had Charity had 19 points.
She did, or she does.
So going for 20 here. Free throws are going to be key down the stretch. How's that for something wise? Off the back rim, no good. Whiteville with the rebound, double dribble. Rogers got the rebound and was going to make the pass to Henson. I think someone cut in front of Henson, and she stopped and dribbled again. Keaton all along under the basket, lays it up good.
And
She's fouled. Keaton snuck away under the basket. Vereen trying to catch up, fouls her over the back, and Keaton lays it in for a 45-36 lead. Going to go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Benita Wilson coming back in the ball game for Vereen. I think Vereen needs a little bit of petrol in the gas tank. All right. Keaton with 4 hard dribbles at the line, spins the ball, deep knee bend, puts it up and around, no good. Coakley with the rebound, minute 30 to go to the ball game. 9-point lead for the Gators. Henson with the shot, and she had to force that because McClure was on her, got more on it than what she needed to. Ball goes over the backboard and will be Gator basketball. Inbound, Brown has it now, going to bring the ball up against Henson's pressure. Still hasn't got past half court, now gets it in the forecourt to Powell. Powell double team, ball on the floor, tie up, and who has possession? Gators retain possession, leading by 9 with 70 seconds left. Brown to inbound, gets it into McClure. McClure on the dribble, picked up by Coakley. Down to a minute to play. I think the Wolfpack are going to have to foul here shortly to have any chance to win. Nice drive by McClure. Dishes off to Keaton, who lays it in for 2. 47-36. Pass by Coakley under to Wilson. Has her shot blocked by Powell. Gators basketball, and this one is just about over, as you can hear the East Columbus fans in the background. Powell has the ball in the forecourt. Over to Brown. East Columbus simply looks like they're going to hold the basketball to try to run the last 30 seconds out. Brown on the dribble, guarded by Henson. She drives, dishes off to Keaton in the corner, to McClure, who drives the lane, off the glass, good. Marlena McClure makes it 49-36, down to 15 seconds. Henson brings the ball up court for Whiteville, drives, dishes to Wilson. Her shot from the corner, no good. Rebound Coakley. She puts it up. It's good with 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's the ball game. East Columbus Lady Gators not only are regular season conference champions, but tournament conference champions as well as they defeat the Whiteville Wolfpack 49-38. So I'm going to turn this over to Rod and Kelly, and we'll have a couple of words from our sponsors. Rod, I have some final stats, and I hope to have an interview with Coach Chandra Powell. You're listening to WCCO 89.9 FM.
Domino's Pizza, located in Whiteville Town Plaza on South J.K. Powell Boulevard, offers pizza options with online and mobile ordering for delivery or carryout. Penny pasta bowls, chicken, cheesy bread with dipping sauces, and sweet Senna sticks are also available. Domino's is open Sunday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Fridays and Saturdays from 10 a.m. until midnight. The phone number is 640-2211. Menus and more information is available at Domino's.com. Tonight's game on WZCO is sponsored by Parks Thomas and the staff of Regalwood Mutual Drug. Regalwood Mutual Drug has been filling prescriptions, advising, and serving customers since 1989. Located just off Highway 7476 at the Columbus-Brunswick line. Jim Davis and Wells Fargo Home Mortgage, 4200 Morganton Road in Fayetteville, offering home buying and refinancing loans as well as home equity financing. And Southeastern Community College. SCC has a variety of academic and workforce development courses that can suit the needs of any individual. To learn more, call 642-7141 or visit online at scc.edu. Johnston's is the official class ring and graduation supplies provider for Columbus County Schools. A Johnston's representative will be visiting your school this fall. Johnston's product information is available at Overby office at johnston's.com or 910-675-3886. Overby School Services, Reginald Lewis, and Johnston's are proud to help sponsor tonight's CCCA sports broadcast. Cooper Tires and Black's Tire and Auto Service are happy to sponsor tonight's game. Cooper Tires are available at all of the 36 Black's Tire locations in North and South Carolina, including the Whiteville store at 1615 South Madison Street. The phone number is 517-0229. Black's and Cooper Tires hope you enjoy tonight's broadcast.
We're back for the trophy presentation. I thought I was going to go down and get an interview with the winning coach, but what we have found out is we're blocked in. We can't get out of the crow's nest here at West Columbus High School. And the Lady Gators receiving their regular season and conference tournament championship trophies from Fairmont's athletic director and conference president Michael Baker, and a lot of smiles out there as they win 49-38. And I think, let's see, they go to 21-2 on the season, and the only two losses for East Columbus all year are to an undefeated number one in the state 2A East Bladen team.
Both losses?
Both losses.
Oh, my.
So, looking for good things out of East Columbus when the playoffs start on Tuesday. Also looking for good things out of this Whiteville team because for 3 quarters, they played them even Steven.
They did.
And you've got some did you give the totals while I was trying to look how to get down?
No, I was playing spots.
Okay. So, why don't I let you do that?
Okay. Well, the second half for East Columbus was basically dominated by 3 players. Tiffany Keaton had 4 points in the third quarter. She had 4 points in the fourth quarter, giving her 8 for the half and 14 overall for the game.
I think Keaton benefited a whole lot from so much pressure on McClure that when McClure would drive, Keaton's defender would come off on her, and McClure did a good job of hitting her for several layups, especially in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was. She had some great
and offensive rebounds as well.
She did.
Yeah.
And Charity Powell had 8 points in the third quarter. She had 5 in the fourth, giving her a total of 13 points and a total of 19 for the for the game, so a big second half for Charity Powell. Marlena McClure came in with 6 points in the fourth quarter, giving her a total of 8 points for the ball game. And then we had Kayla Brown with 6 and Alexis Junius 2, both from the first half. Whiteville in the third quarter had 4 points from Danita Wilson, had 2 points from Shea Coakley, 2 foul shots in the third. And she also had 4 points in the fourth quarter. Madison Henson had 2 in the fourth quarter, 2 in the third with 2 foul shots. Erica Vereen, 2 points in the third, 4 points in the fourth, giving them a total of 38 points overall for the game. If we look at Whiteville's total, we've hit on this some, but we'll go back and look at it. Alexis June, total of 2 points for the whole game. Keaton had a total of 20. So Tiffany Keaton will be the leading scorer for East Columbus. She will come in with 20.
Wow.
Charity Powell will be second. She'll come in with 19.
And that's that size advantage inside for Whiteville. For East Columbus, excuse me.
It's hard if you take Keaton, which McClure don't come in a whole lot, but if you take Keaton, McClure, and Powell inside, that's a tough
trio
to deal with. Marlene McClure has a total of 8, and then we see a total of 6 from Kayla Brown. Kayla Brown could just not get hot tonight from
started off good,
range.
but not after that, as I think the Wolfpack did a better job of getting out and defending her, but that left other things open. Charity Powell, as we said, was, I think, really a key in the third quarter for East Columbus. And then Keaton's offensive rebounding and the way that the McClure was able to get her the ball open near the basket there late in the ball game as well.
I've got to go back. I ain't going to tell anybody I used to be a math teacher. I gave Tiffany Keaton more credit than she had. She had a total of 14 for the game.
Okay.
So there we
Powell
go.
was the leading scorer
She
with
was.
19.
So
okay.
19 for Powell, 14 for Keaton. We had 6 for Brown, 8 for McClure, and 2 for Junius.
Hey, I'd like to tell Bert the mailman hello and thanks for tuning in, because he is our most loyal listener. A broadcast does not go by without Bert the mailman. I'm telling you.
It's always good to have the support.
We apologize for not having an interview with the winning coach, Chandra Powell. We had set that up, but we did not realize that we're trapped.
We are trapped.
The only egress that we have is jumping over the front of the crow's nest here at West Columbus. And I personally am not a cat and don't think I would land on my feet, so I'm not going to do that.
Now, that's probably not a good move.
Some of the youngsters are making it up and down, but they're making it just from the bleachers and not having to go all the way to the floor. And I think I'm a little bit too old for that. All right, we're going to take another break, and the boys are warming up now, and we'll be back and talk a little bit about their game and have some starting lineups and have game 2. Again, the final from game 1. East Columbus, regular season and conference champions, winning 49-38 over the Lady Wolfpack.
Merritt Sporting Goods and Trophies, located at the corner of Main and Franklin Streets in Whiteville, provides sporting goods to Columbus and surrounding counties. Merritt stocks football, soccer, basketball, softball, and baseball equipment and carries collegiate wear. They offer uniforms, trophies, engraving, and screen printing for schools, churches, and businesses. More information about Merritt Sporting Goods is available at 642-6079. Lyndon, Gregg, and Tyrone would like to say thanks for your support since 1986, and they are glad to play a part in bringing you tonight's game.
Men and Women United for Youth and Families is enriching the lives of families living in the Tri-County area of Bladen, Brunswick, and Columbus counties through recreational, educational, and job search services. Let us help you create a plan for success by calling 910-655-3811 or visit us in Delco Monday through Friday at 25485 Andrew Jackson Highway East near Brown's Outdoors.
This message is on behalf of Columbus County's largest fitness event, Take the Lake, held every Labor Day weekend in Lake Waccamaw. Whether we are swimming, paddling, cycling, running, or walking, whether we are studying for a degree or working on a career, whether we are building a family or a community, we know that the biggest jobs, the most awesome challenges, are accomplished by first taking the smallest steps, and then it is one foot in front of the other, tirelessly, relentlessly, one step at a time. The red shoes and belief in ourselves will get us there. The folks at Take the Lake would like to remind you that there are many 5K and other races and walks throughout Columbus County throughout the year, and that they are all organized with you in mind. Remember, Take the Lake is free every Labor Day weekend.
Because there's no guarantees in this game.
The one thing, I think it was a good thing that Columbus County schools were out today, because it did give the South Columbus players an opportunity to sleep in. The Millers, the law firm of Miller, Miller, and Miller, Stefan, Matt, and Leroy did not come off the court very much last night. Game ending about 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
So they were probably got to bed a little after midnight, but able to sleep in since the county schools had a work day. And anyway, I expect, hey, teenagers, if they can't recover in about 18 hours to come out and play the game of basketball, then probably something wrong with them.
That's right.
But it should be a good ball game. The Whiteville Wolfpack have taken 2 regular season victories over South Columbus, but in a rivalry game, you never know. And as I said before, not too many people would have thought that this was going to be your conference tournament championship matchup. One other point of good news that I have seen today in researching the playoffs, the brackets, out by the way, will be released tomorrow afternoon. High School Athletic Association determined, since so many conference tournaments were being canceled, that conference tournament play was not going to factor into seeding at all. So they could go ahead and start on the seeding process, except for about 3 or 4 teams that were going to have some play-in games because there were ties in their league and that type of thing. But I have seen that South Columbus now is projected to get into the playoffs as a wild card. All 4 Three Rivers 2A teams should be in the playoffs beginning next Tuesday, along with Whiteville in the 1A and South Robinson in the 1A boys. So 6 of the 8 teams expected to be in playoff action out of the Three Rivers boys.
Is Red Springs, is that the Fairmont? I know is one. Is Red Springs the other?
St. Paul's got the second automatic bid.
Okay.
Red Springs and South Columbus both looking to make it as wild cards. Let's see. You should. Yep, there's your sheet right there for the girls. For the boys. And we're getting ready to have starting lineups announced.
Something tells me this might be a little faster pace.
If what I've seen in the regular season is any indication, absolutely. Whiteville one time against St. Paul's put 38 points up in one quarter.
Oh, my goodness.
60 in one half.
Wow.
So they do like to play an up and down style of basketball. And Miller, and Miller, along with Chapman and usually the other starter, Brennan Ivey, they don't mind running up and down the court either. So it could be fast-paced. I may have laryngitis by halftime.
Number 3, Stefan Miller.
So the starting lineup for South Columbus. Stefan Miller. Matt Miller also starting. Brennan Ivy. Ivy's outside shot was not falling last night, but did a good job defensively. Number 13, Leroy Miller, who had 21 points in the second half for South Columbus. And Rashad Chapman, who had 14 points and 19 rebounds for South Columbus last night, is their man in the middle.
Wow.
South Columbus, the number 5 seed. For the Whiteville Wolfpack, the number 2 seed, and the number 1A seed going into the tournament. Starting at guard, Jameson Floyd. Also at guard, number 10, Tyrell Kirk. Sean Kirk starting at forward. Kendrick Brady is starting at center for the Wolfpack. And Braham Salah, number 35. Salah brought the crowd to its feet last night with a slam dunk that just came out of nowhere. So we don't know if when these two teams played at South Columbus, not a single dunk in the ball game.
Oh, wow.
But Whiteville usually pretty high flying, taking advantage of their press. So we'll see how it goes. A great crowd here. We've even got some people lined up against the wall as it's almost SRO.
Yeah, they packed in. They were a good crowd for the girls' game, but they have packed in.
They have packed in for this one, yep.
Well, I've heard a lot about Sean Kirk. I've never seen him play, so
all right. Well,
interested to see.
Kendrick Brady to jump center against Stefan Miller. Kendrick Brady with a distinct size advantage, and we're getting ready to get underway. And tip control by South Columbus. Chapman has it over to Matt Miller, to Leroy, down to Stefan, who drives the baseline, off to Chapman, his short jumper, short. Sean Kirk with the rebound, and he leads the 3-on-3 break over to Brahim Salah, who pulls it up out front to Kirk. Kirk loses the basketball, comes back up with it. Now he'll dribble the ball back out front. Looks like South Columbus in a man-to-man defense. Tyrell Kirk, who had 15 in the first half last night for the Wolfpack. Over to Sean Kirk, inside to Kendrick Brady, who turns, left-hand shot, up off the glass, no good. Battle for the rebound, and Brady knocks it out of bounds. Be South Columbus basketball, and Whiteville will apply the pressure. Leroy, the inbound, does to Matt, back to Leroy. And when I'm calling first names, it's because they're all Millers. Matt back to Leroy, and he brings it down off to Chapman, who goes up for the short shot off the glass. Good. Stallions lead 2-0. Kirk gets it up to Floyd, back to Kirk, and that's Tyrell Kirk. Has it at the top of the key. Over to Jameson Floyd, inside to Brady. Turns against Chapman, has his pass picked off by Matt Miller, who drives, puts up the shot, no good. Followed by Stefan, no good. Followed by Leroy, is good. Stallions lead 4-0. 6:45 to go here in the first quarter of play. I don't get to call the boys very often, so this is a treat for me, I think. Kirk over in the corner to Salah, ball kicked out of bounds. It will remain Wolfpack basketball. If it gets to going too hot and heavy, it won't be a treat anymore. Florida inbound in front of the South Columbus bench. Goes out front to Sean Kirk. Takes a long three. Good! Sean Kirk with 3 makes it 4-3 South Columbus. Against the pressure, Stefan Miller has it to Leroy. Over to Matt, and he'll bring it up court. Tries to go to Ivy down in the corner. Floyd knocks it out of bounds. 6:23 to go. 4-3 South Columbus leads. Matt Miller to inbound. Does so to Leroy Miller, guarded by Salah. Dribbles to the top of the key. Over to the right to Stefan Miller. He's guarded by Tyrell Kirk. He spins, picks up his dribble, goes back to Leroy Miller, who has it now on the right side. Gets past Salah, drives to the rim, puts it up, no good. Rebound fought for. Chapman has it, Salah has it, and there's going to be a foul on Chapman. Good battle for the rebound between Rashad Chapman and Brahim Salah. Salah comes up with it, and Chapman fouls him. Last night, that would have been no foul.
That's what you were saying.
All right, Floyd inbounds to Kirk, and he'll bring it up. Wolfpack trailing by 1. Just under 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Over to Salah on the left. He drives past Miller, and Miller's going to be called for the block. I think this is going to be called a little bit tighter tonight than what we saw last night, which means we could see a lot of fouls called, as both of these teams are very aggressive. First foul on Stephon Miller. Ball inbound to the Kirk. Back to Floyd in the corner. His long three off the rim, no good. Leroy Miller with a rebound for the Stallions. Brings it up against pressure. Salah guarding him. Dishes off to Matt Miller, who travels. Miller got his move going before he could get the dribble on the floor and turned it over. 4-3, Stallion lead. 5:39 to go here in the first quarter of the Three Rivers Conference Championship basketball game. Kirk going to walk the ball up into the front court. Over to Floyd on the left. Back to Kirk out front. Kirk guarded by Matt Miller. Over to Floyd, guarded by Stephon Miller. Trying to look to get the Brady. Ball inside. Over to Sean Kirk. He takes a long three. Good again!
Wow.
Kirk 2 for 2 from long distance. Makes it 6-4 Whiteville. Pressure in the backcourt. Leroy has it over to Matt. Back to Leroy. Still in the backcourt. Miller gets it up court to Stephon Miller, who's going to drive to the basket. Dishes out to Matt Miller. To Leroy. His long three. Off the front rim, no good, and the foul, I think, is going to be on Brennan Ivy for South Columbus on the rebound. The Wolfpack basketball out of bounds underneath the Stallions' goal. I have to get West Columbus out of my mind because we're playing on West Columbus's court, so I'm having to think about the mascots a little bit. All right, Kirk in the front court, over to Sean Kirk. Back to Tyrell Kirk. Back to Sean. It's a long three. Too strong. Battle for the rebound. Tyrell comes up with it. Back to Sean Kirk in the corner. To Floyd, who drives. Running one-hander. No good. Salah with the rebound. Loses it. And Leroy Miller comes up with it. He's breaking 1-on-4. Going to drive to the basket. Put up a jumper off the glass. No good. Salah and Matt Miller battle for it. Matt comes up with it. To Chapman. To Leroy Miller for three. No good. Salah with the rebound, gets it over to Terrell Kirk, who quickly tries to get it down court to Floyd. Picked off by Leroy Miller for South Columbus. He drives against Kirk, puts it up, and Brady swats it into the Wolfpack bench. And Miller is down, holding his right leg, but apparently okay as he's back up now. Be South Columbus basketball out of bounds. 4:04 to go in the first quarter, 6-4 Wolfpack. Kendrick Green into the ball game now for the Stallions, and when he's in, that usually means action too. Miller with the ball out near half court, over to Stephon Miller on the right, guarded by Floyd. To Chapman at the top of the key, guarded by Brady. Gets it over to Leroy Miller. Back to Matt Miller up top. To Chapman on the right side. Needs some help. Able to get it to Stephon Miller. Miller drives, puts up the shot, in and out, no good. Rebound fought for, out of bounds off Tyrell Kirk. Will be Stallion basketball underneath their own goal.
That was a huge block a minute ago.
Miller to trigger, Leroy to trigger the inbound. Go out to Stephon, to Leroy in the corner. Good screen set there by Chapman, and Miller hits a three. Leroy Miller with his first three of the contest makes it 7-6 South Columbus. Salah has it on the right, back to Kirk out front. Kirk with a long three from the top of the key. Front rim, no good. Chapman with the rebound off to Leroy Miller, and he'll bring it up court. Picked up by Salah as he crosses the midcourt line. Drives down the lane, dishes off to Chapman for the short jumper. Good! Rashad Chapman, 9-6 South Columbus. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Pass over to Sean Kirk, out to Tyrell Kirk up top. Salah travels with the basketball. And Tyrell McAllister into the ball game now for Salah for the Wolfpack. The South Columbus basketball out of bounds underneath their, in front of their bench. Chapman out of the lineup. Ivy back in. Letting some spectators get by before we do the inbound. Matt Miller will inbound it. Does so to Leroy Miller. Cross court to Stephon Miller. Looks like the Wolfpack pressing now and using a zone press, but Stallions get it up court. Matt Miller has it. He drives, Dishes out to Stefan, over to Leroy at the top of the key. Takes a long three, off the mark. Tyrell Kirk had the rebound but was standing on the baseline, so South Columbus basketball. 9-6, Stallions lead. Wolfpack had taken a 6-4 lead, but Stallions with the last 5 points. I was kind of stunned on that Miller three-pointer a while ago because Chapman's pick that he set flattened Salah. That's what I was looking at. All right, Stefan Miller with a fadeaway jumper, no good. Fight for the rebound. Tyrell McAllister comes up with it as he's falling out of bounds, throws it off of Stefan Miller, the Wolfpack basketball. Inbound to Tyrell Kirk, and he'll bring it up for the Wolfpack. Low-scoring affair thus far. Kirk over to Floyd. Floyd brings it back over to the top of the key. Over to McAllister, back to Floyd. Wolfpack offense pretty stagnant right now. 1-3-1 zone for the Stallions. Tyrell Kirk with the ball outside. Gets it to McAllister at the foul line. Back out to Tyrell Kirk. To McAllister. Picked up by Leroy Miller. Down to Brady. Brady back out front to Tyrell Kirk. To Floyd at the foul line. He's tied up by Miller, who loses the basketball, and pass inside to Brady, who loses it, and Stallions will take over with Leroy Miller bringing the ball up court. Brady had an opportunity to go up for an easy shot and couldn't hang on to the basketball. All right, Leroy Miller has it over to Matt Miller. Miller drives to the top of the key over to Stefan on the right side, still well out front. He drives to the top of the key to the foul line, and I think we're going to have an offensive foul called on the Stallions. Number 4, that's Kendrick Green with his first foul as he was setting a pick for Miller out front and was moving while doing it. 1:12 to go, 9-6 Stallions lead here in the first quarter of action. Kirk to Brady, back to Kirk out front, over to Sean Kirk on the left, pulls up just inside of the three, takes a jumper, good. Sean Kirk with I thought that was a 2-point shot, but they gave him credit for a 3 on the board. It was definitely a 2, but they gave him credit for a 3. Wolfpack pressing. Kirk comes up with it, and he's fouled by Leroy Miller. Wolfpack press. Kirk blocked the pass, came up with it, and Miller trying to get it back, committed the foul, his first. And that's the team's 5th foul, the Wolfpack basketball underneath their own basket. Gets it into Tyrell Kirk, down inside the Brady, guarded by Ivy. Back out to Tyrell Kirk, to Floyd, top of the key, to Sean Kirk. Another long 3, in and out, no good. Matt Miller with the rebound. And Leroy Miller will bring it up court for the Stallions. We're tied at 9 with 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. 3 3-pointers credited to Sean Kirk here in the first quarter of play. Pass over to Matt Miller, down to 20, back out to Leroy, guarded closely by McAllister, and McAllister's going to get called for the foul. Be the first team foul against the Wolfpack. South Columbus ball out of bounds in front of the scores table, down here below us in our crow's nest.
Been a fast first quarter.
When there aren't many fouls, it does seem to go by pretty quickly. Look like Miller, they're trying to double team Miller. It would help if the official would give the basketball to the guy to take it out of bounds, and then they could start guarding people closely. All right, Matt Miller to inbound. Needs some help. Gets the ball inbound to Stefan Miller, but knocked away by Tyrell Kirk. It'll remain Stallion basketball. Now they'll inbound in front of the Wolfpack bench. A lot of pressure here by the Wolfpack. It's tied at 9. Defensive struggle here in the first quarter. Still the official stopping, letting them jockey for position. Now the ball turned over. Tyrell Kirk's going to go in for the layup. It's no good, but he's fouled on the play.
First foul shots of the game coming up.
See, the foul was on Stefan Miller, and that's his second foul, but he did prevent Kirk from making an uncontested layup. So Tyrell Kirk attempts the first free throw of the game, and it's in the end.
That's right.
Nothing but nylon. Wolfpack leads 10-9. And Kirk will have a second shot. That's Tyrell Kirk. If your name's Kirk, you've scored for the Wolfpack now. The second shot up and good. Sean with 9, Tyrell with 2. Free throw good. 11-9 Wolfpack lead with 12 seconds to go. Matt Register in the lineup for South Columbus. Wolfpack pressure. Needs some help to get the ball in. Gets it to Green. Back to Stephon Miller. Over to Leroy. Down to 7. He's picked up by Tyrell Kirk. Miller drives. Loses control. Lifts up a long three. It goes in.
That's a buzzer.
Leroy Miller with a long three-pointer as the first quarter ends. And that gives the Stallions a 12-11 lead after 1 quarter of play. We'll be back on WZCO 89.9 with more here as the second quarter gets underway. 12-11 Stallions.
Tonight's game on 89.9 WZCO was brought to you by Sterling Kuntz and the employees of Tabor City Medicine Mart on South Main Street in Tabor City and Kuntz Medicine Mart 112 East 7th Avenue in Chadbourne, providers of prescription medications and other home health care products. The Columbus Cup, sponsored by the Columbus County Sports Network and HBI Outdoor. Score schedules, interviews, highlights, and more are available at columbuscup.net. 72 degrees. Cooling, heating, and electrical located at 442 South Madison Street in Whiteville carries Rheem, American Standard, Mitsubishi Electric, and Goodman Heating and Air Conditioning products. 72 degrees staff provides both new installation and repair of existing systems. Online at the word 70 and the number 2 degrees.com or 844-247-7272. 72 Degrees is proud to sponsor CCCA Sports Broadcast on WZCO.
Got a change in the score. We said Sean Kirk's third three-pointer he was credited with was just a 2, and they got that right now. It's 12-10 South Columbus here starting the second half. Whiteville basketball. Inbounds to Tyrell Kirk, and he dribbles it slowly into the front court. Over to Jameson Floyd, back to Kirk out front. Tayshawn Shipman in the lineup now for Whiteville. To Sean Kirk, to Shipman in the corner. He's looking, passes inside to Raekwon McAllister, and he's bumped by Brennan Ivey. And I believe that's team foul number 7, and we'll send Raekwon McAllister to the line to shoot 1-1. Second foul on Ivy, 7th team foul. 17 fouls on the Stallions, just 1 on Whiteville. Ivy goes out of the game, replaced by Kendrick Green. So McAllister with 1, and he hopes the bonus. Free throw up and good, so he'll get the second shot. Kendrick Green came in to check out the shooter and bumped McAllister back beyond the three-point line. Second free throw up and around and falls in. We're tied at 12. 7:45 to go here before the half. Pressure by the Wolfpack. Stephon Miller has it, picks up his dribble, gets it over to Leroy Miller. Back to Stephon, who gets it in the front court. He drives down the lane, kicks out to Register, who's long three, in and out, no good. Matt Register with a long three-pointer that spun around, popped out, and a foul on the rebound, and that'll send the Wolfpack back to the line again. 21, the foul on Chapman, and that's his second foul. Certainly cannot afford to lose him and his presence inside. Tayshawn Shipman to the line for the Wolfpack. Free throw barely grazes the front rim. South Columbus with the basketball, and Miller will bring it up court. Tied at 12, 7:25 to go here in the first half. Miller on the dribble, top of the key against Floyd. Over to Stephon Miller. He's guarded by Tyrell Kirk, and Kirk's going to get a hand check call. Wolfpack's second foul, and I think Kirk's first. It is. Be South Columbus basketball out of bounds. Where? Who we got? We got Matt coming in for Stephon, so only 2 Millers on the court now for South Columbus. Leroy to inbound. Does so to Matt. Has it taken away by Jamison Floyd, but Matt takes it back away. So Miller drives to the foul line, starts to put up the shot, but before he can, he was fouled by Floyd. Team foul number 3, Floyd's first foul. South Columbus basketball out of bounds in the front court. Leroy the trigger, gets it in the Matt. Got 2 Matts now, got a Matt Miller and a Matt Register. Leroy Miller drives down the lane, puts it up, no good, fight for the rebound. Chapman gets it, no good, puts it up again, no good, battle for the board, still loose. Chapman gets it, puts it up again, no good, and this time he is fouled. Rashad Chapman, a man underneath the basket, just dominating the basketball, and finally fouled by Raekwon McAllister, and Chapman will go to the line and shoot 2. Unofficially, last night we had Chapman with 19 rebounds.
Wow.
Actually, they're going to say it was a non-shooting foul, so it'll be South Columbus basketball out of bounds. Salah coming back into the ball game. Raekwon McAllister going out. Chapman not with the height, but certainly with the want to underneath the goal. Ball inbounded to Matt Register. Starts to take the 3. Trap, gets it to Leroy Miller. Miller double team. Turns around, takes a wild shot, and Sean Kirk with the rebound on the air ball. Kirk quickly ahead to Jameson Floyd. Back to Kirk. He's going to launch another 3. Off the back rim, no good. Battle for the board, out of bounds. Last touched by Wolfpack Stallion basketball. Only 2 points scored here in the second quarter. It's 12 all, 6:37 to go before the half. Full court pressure by Whiteville. Leroy Miller inbounds to Matt Miller. Miller on the dribble, breaks the press, and a foul called on Sean Kirk as Matt Miller was bringing the ball up. That's team foul number 5 on Whiteville. Couple more before the Stallions get in the bonus. Stephon Miller back in the ball game. Matt Register out. Leroy Miller to inbound. Does so to Matt Miller. He brings it up court. Guarded by Floyd. Over to Stephon Miller out between the circles. Guarded by Kirk. Right side to Matt Miller. Gets a screen from Chapman. Throws the ball back, or thought he was throwing the ball back to Stephon Miller, but Miller was breaking the basket and it goes out of bounds. So the Wolfpack had the basketball in front of the scorers table, and we're tied at 12. Not a lot of offense here in the second. Not a lot of offense in the ball game thus far. Kirk has it over to Sean Kirk in the corner to Salah. Salah back out front to Sean Kirk, to Tyrell Kirk, to Floyd on the right. Oh, he had Sean Kirk underneath open, but didn't see him. Floyd has it. Down in the corner to Salah, back out to Floyd, to Tyrell Kirk at the top of the key, to Sean Kirk, guarded by Stephon Miller. Kirk fakes the 3 and travels. Pump fake the 3 and lifted the pivot foot. Referee called it 12-12 still here. 5:46 to go in the first half. Leroy Miller going to bring it up against the pressure. Gets it over into the stands near the Wolfpack cheerleaders, as I think he caught Matt Miller a little unaware that the pass was going to come across court.
That's back-to-back Stallion turnovers.
Can't waste any opportunities when you're the underdog. Still tied at 12. Man-to-man defense by the Stallions. Tyrell Kirk with it. Has the ball taken away by Matt Miller. He's going to drive the distance, puts it up, no good. Follow shot, no good. Kendrick Brady with the rebound. Long pass down court to Sean Kirk, knocked away by Green. Stallions regained the basketball. Pass over to Matt Miller, who drives, dishes to Green, pump fakes, and he travels. I think every pump fake tonight has resulted in a travel.
I think you're right.
We may have had more turnovers than we had shot attempts.
We
in the
may
game.
have.
Well, I don't know. South Columbus had about 5 on that one flurry under the basket a while ago. All right. I'm not going to beat a dead horse and tell you what the score is. Kirk with the ball for the Wolfpack. Over to Floyd. Back out to Kirk out front. To Floyd. To Kirk in the corner. Long 3. Too long. Matt Miller with the rebound for South Columbus. Gets it over to Leroy Miller, who brings it down, goes to Green. Back to Stephon Miller, who drives in the lane, puts up the shot. No good. Battle for the rebound. Kendrick Brady comes up with it for Whiteville. Over to Tyrell Kirk. South Columbus hustles back, prevents the break. Tyrell Kirk's going to drive the lane, puts up a wild shot. No good. Battle for the board, and I think they'll get Sean Kirk for going over the back. And if they do, it'll be the Wolfpack Stars' second foul. And it is Kirk, 16 foul. And when I say Sean Kirk, it is his second. And you've got Trey Davis coming into the lineup for Sean Kirk. Wolfpack still with full court pressure. Leroy Miller the inbound. Does so to Chapman. Back to Miller. Breaks the press. 1-on-4. Double team. Gets it out to Matt Miller. Back to Leroy. Guarded by Floyd. Going to drive the lane. Puts it up and misses the shot, but a foul called on the play. Brady going for the block. Let's see if he got the foul call. It was foul on Kendrick Brady, his first, and where that 8-1 margin in team fouls was a while ago, it's the 8-7 now as the last 6 fouls have been called on the Wolfpack. Leroy Miller's shot is up and good, and after 3 minutes and 40 seconds, the Stallions finally get on the board here in the second quarter and lead 13-12. 13 matching Leroy's number and make it 14-12. Stallions over the Wolfpack. 4:10 to play in the first half. Trey Davis brings it up. Davis in the lineup for Sean Kirk. Over to Tyrell Kirk. Back to Davis out front. To Kirk on the right. To Floyd in the corner. His long three. Short. Miller with the rebound for South Columbus. And he's going to bring it up against Floyd's pressure. Gets it into the front court. Over to Stephon Miller on the left. He's guarded by Trey Davis. He drives, dishes off to Chapman. Chapman with a good fake. Puts up the shot, and Brady fouled him. Shot did not go in, but Chapman will go to the line and shoot 2. So Kendrick Brady with 2 quick fouls, and we've got a timeout for the Wolfpack. Timeout here with 3:51 remaining in the first half. It's Stallions 14, Wolfpack 12.
Tonight's game on WZCO 89.9 is sponsored by Drs. Douglas Messina and Craig Lippy of Carolina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Services, 1717 Shipyard Boulevard in Wilmington and McNeil Plaza in Whiteville. Hours of operation and patient information is available at carolinasportsmed.com. And Leon and Jake Fonville at E.W. Fonville & Sons Farm and Garden Store, 205 Hickman Road, Tabor City. They carry feed, plants, and accessories for the farm and garden.
The cheering, it's hard to tell where the cheering is coming from because with Whiteville, the visiting team in the girls' game and the home team in the boys' game, you got Whiteville fans sitting all over the place with East and South mixed in and some people that don't care. They're just here to watch basketball. Chapman at the line to shoot 2 after a good pump fake. Got the second foul on Brady. First free throw too strong. No good. He'll get a second, though. 1, 2, 3. Spin. Up and good. 15-12. Stallions lead. Trey Davis going to bring it up court. Man-to-man. Nope. 1-3-1 zone for South Columbus. Kirk has it over on the right. Davis out front. And Matt Miller gets the foul as he bumped Trey Davis. So Davis to go to the line to shoot 1-1. 19 foul on South Columbus. First foul on Matt Miller. Fouls from here on out for that Whiteville shoots will be 2 shots. Davis to shoot 1-1. Came into the ballgame to replace Sean Kirk, who has picked up 2 fouls. Shipman back in the lineup. Tayshawn as well. Davis's first free throw, NBN, nothing but nylon. Makes it 15-13. Chapman out of the lineup. Brennan Ivey back in. Tayshawn Shipman in the lineup for Whiteville in place of Kendrick Brady, who has 2 fouls also. Davis' second free throw up, and it's also good. 15-14, Stallions lead. 3:39 to go here in the first quarter. All right, Leroy Miller to inbound. Gets to the mat, back to Leroy. Gets past Trey Davis into the front court. Now double team, needs some help. Finds Kendrick Green all alone under the basket. He misses the bunny. The ball on the floor. Battle for it, and Tyrell Kirk comes up with it. Gets it off to Trey Davis, over to Brahim Salah, who drives, puts up the shot, and is fouled. Matt Miller bailed him out there, Rod, because Salah was just totally out of control and would have done well to get a shot up that hit the rim, but Miller bumped him. His second foul in the last 20 seconds, and Salah will go to the line and shoot 2. Salah's first free throw, back rim, no good. He'll get a second. Chapman, after a very brief rest, back in the lineup for South Columbus. Green back out. So South Columbus with their starting lineup back on the floor. Salah's second free throw Swishes. We're tied at 15 with 3:20 to go. Leroy inbounds to Chapman. Gets it back to Leroy. Still in the backcourt. Pass up court to Stephon, who drives, dishes back out to Leroy for a three. Off the rim, no good. Battle for the board. Salah had it, loses it. Whiteville comes up with it. Tyrell Kirk on the break. Drives to the basket, puts up the short shot. Good. Nice drive to the basket by Tyrell Kirk. 17-15 Wolfpack. Matt Miller with the ball, still in the backcourt. Now they got it to Stephon in the front court. Guarded by Salah. Now double team. His pass over to Matt Miller. Back to Ivy in the corner. Back to Miller, to Leroy Miller out front. Leroy dribbling against Davis. Has a screen set by Ivy. In the corner to Matt, who drives the baseline. Puts up a short jumper. No good, but fouled on the shot. So he'll be shooting two. I think that foul is probably on Trey Davis. Number 12. Yes, it is. And that should be Trey's first. And it's also the 9th Wolfpack team foul. So both teams in the double bonus for the final 2:35. Matt Miller to shoot two shots. First one up, front rim and off, no good. He gets the second. 17-15, Wolfpack leads in what has been a tightly contested defensive struggle here thus far. Both of these teams playing their third game in 3 nights. Legs could be a little tired. Second free throw by Matt Miller is good, and when that happens, the offense has a tendency to go away somewhat. All right, Wolfpack with the ball and a 1-point lead in the front court. Tyrell Kirk with the ball on the right side. Goes to Salah in the corner. Checked by Ivy. Back to Tyrell Kirk. He takes a long three off the back rim, no good. Jameson Floyd with the rebound for Whiteville. He drives the rim, short jumper, no good. Matt Miller with the rebound for South Columbus. Hands off to Leroy Miller, who brings it in the front court. Miller over to Brendan Ivy. His three, no good. Rebound by Miller, puts it up, no good. Tapman with the tip, no good. Gets the rebound again, and Chapman is fouled. They just simply cannot do anything with Rashad Chapman on the offensive board. And that foul was on Tayshawn Shipman, his first.
Yeah, he's on his way to 20 more tonight. The rate he's headed.
Absolutely. So Chapman to shoot two. First free throw up and good. Ties the score at 17. Despite Miller's 23 points last night, if I'd named the South Columbus player of the game, it would have been Chapman. Second free throw up, around, falls off, no good. Salah with the rebound. We're all tied at 17. Less than 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Davis brings it up court, goes to Salah in the corner. He tries to drive the middle, and he is fouled. And let's see who that call is on. If it's on Ivy, that's his third, I believe.
It is.
Foul on Brennan Ivy, his third, and that'll send Salah to the line to shoot the double bonus. First one up, short. Didn't make it over the front rim. Ethan Barnhill into the ball game now for the Stallions, replacing Ivy with his 3 fouls. Salah's second free throw, in and out, no good. Miller with the rebound. So 2 key free throws missed there by Salah. 17-17. Miller with the ball in the forecourt, drives down the lane, dishes off to Chapman. Chapman goes up, off the glass, good. Rashad Chapman gives the Stallions a 19-17 lead. Pass in the corner to Salah, out front to Kirk, over to Trey Davis. Over to Salah, guarded by Barnhill, to Kirk, to Davis, to Floyd on the left side. To Davis. Tries to hit Salah, breaking to the middle. I thought the pass, and it was deflected out of bounds, will remain Wolfpack basketball. Tyrell McAllister coming in now for Trey Davis, and he will trigger the inbound play once the referee gets him in the right spot to trigger it. Looking. Goes deep in the backcourt to Tyrell Kirk. Down to 1:10. South Columbus with a 2-point lead. McAllister with it on the left side. Over to Kirk out front. Kirk on the dribble. Pass almost stolen by Miller. McAllister with a jumper, taking advantage of Miller, leaving that defensive position, going for the steal, and the jumper is good. We're tied at 19. I think that's McAllister's first points of the ball game.
It is.
Miller against the pressure, gets it over to Stephon Miller. Cross court to Matt Miller. Picked off by Terrell Kirk. He's going to drive. Puts it up off the glass. Good. Thought Matt Miller was going to make the steal from behind, but Kirk able to hang on to it. Makes the bucket. Wolfpack now lead by 2. Matt Miller on the break. Gets it to Barnhill, who lays it up. No good. Salah with the rebound. Gets it to Kirk, and Kirk over to McAllister. Loses control. Back out to Kirk, and let's see if we settle down a little bit. Salah's got it now, so we probably won't. He drives the lane, tries to put it up, and he's fouled. Things are not going to settle down when Salah gets the ball for the Wolfpack. Foul was on, that was Ethan Barnhill into the ball game for the Stallions, and that's his first. Salah to shoot 2, where he just missed 2 his last time there. This time rolls around, gets the friendly shooter's bounce, and it's in. Coach Edwards taking a chance, bringing Ivy back in with 3 fouls, but there are just 13 seconds left. So the chance of him getting a 4th are pretty slim. Salah with a second free throw, front rim, back rim, good. 23-19, 13 seconds to go. Miller to inbound, full court pressure by Whiteville. Gets it into Chapman. Chapman to Leroy Miller, guarded by Floyd. He drives, puts up the jumper from the baseline. Good! Leroy Miller with 5, 4, 3. Salah drives, puts up the shot. Too late. Basket goes, but does not count. We're at the half, and a good final here between the Stallions and the Wolfpack. It's the Wolfpack with a slim 2-point lead, 23-21. We'll be back with stats and commentary after these words.
Coverage of tonight's game on 89.9 WZCO is sponsored by the Collins family and the Southern Sizzler Family Steakhouse, 1405 South Madison Street in Whiteville, serving a country buffet daily with a breakfast buffet on weekends. Ordering from the menu is also available. And Horace Mann Insurance Agent Revis Long, located at 820 South Madison Street in Whiteville. The Horace Mann Company's product offerings for educators include life, auto, and homeowners insurance, disability protection, and annuities. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Woodman of the World Financial Advisor David Pless, 207-8042 for information on Woodman of the World financial products. And Bill Worley & Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Domino's Pizza, located in Whiteville Town Plaza on South J.K. Powell Boulevard, offers pizza options with online and mobile ordering for delivery or carryout. Penny pasta bowls, chicken, cheesy bread with dipping sauces, and sweet Cinna sticks are also available. Domino's is open Sunday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Fridays and Saturdays from 10 a.m. until midnight. The phone number is 640-2211. Menus and more information is available at domino's.com. Tonight's game on WZCO is sponsored by Parks Thomas and the staff of Regalwood Mutual Drug. Regalwood Mutual Drug has been filling prescriptions, advising, and serving customers since 1989. Located just off Highway 7476 at the Columbus-Brunswick line. Jim Davis and Wells Fargo Home Mortgage, 4200 Morganton Road in Fayetteville, offering home buying and refinancing loans as well as home equity financing. And Southeastern Community College. SCC has a variety of academic and workforce development courses that can suit the needs of any individual. To learn more, call 642-7141 or visit online at scc.edu.
Back at halftime in a tight one, 23-21. Low-scoring game, Wolfpack leading by 2. I'm Franklin Davis along with Rod Likens and everyone from Columbus Career and College Academy doing their normal outstanding job of bringing you tonight's ball game. If you're listening on the radio, hey, you're missing something because you can go to WZCO.org and you can watch the action as well. And also tune in tonight to WECT Channel 6 and WWAY Channel 3. John Rendelman in the full court press on Channel 3. And watch the highlights.
It's been a great game. with the way South has played in this tournament, it's not a shock that they're only down 2 points at halftime because they've, as you said earlier, they've been the underdog in both games and come out ahead in both. And stats are pretty even. Matt Miller comes in with 1 point. He's 1 for 2 from the foul line. Leroy Miller with 12, 8 in the first, 4 in the second. Rashad Chapman with 8. He's had 4 each half. Brendan Ivey and Stephon Miller, neither one have made the scoreboard yet in the first half, and that gives South their total of 21. They have committed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 team fouls so far tonight.
And I think Ivy has 3, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah.
Whiteville then has Tyrell Kirk.
Yep.
He's in with 6. Tyrell McAllister with 2. Trey Davis with 2. Raekwon McAllister with 2. Sean Newkirk with 8, but Sean has been scoreless in the second half, and when he got that second foul, they didn't bring him back in.
Yeah, when Kirk got those 2 fouls, but really the ball game, even when Sean Kirk was in there for the Wolfpack, it was a nip and tuck ball game, so his absence really hasn't had that much effect on what the score has been in the game. Frankly, if it hadn't been for Kirk's outside shooting, he scored the first 8 points for the Wolfpack, and I think they only had 10, he scored 8 of their 10 in the first quarter, or they would have been in dire straits. But they were looking for some offense and having a hard time finding it when he was not on the court there in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's been tough. And then Salah, he has 3 points. He is 3 from 6 from the foul line. Up until the last 2 minutes, maybe 3, South Columbus only points come from the foul line. They did manage to get two buckets late in the half, but, it's been that was basically the foul line points in the second quarter.
Yeah, well, as a coach told me earlier this week, that's the first half. The second half could be a completely different story, but I just got a feeling, you talk about teams of destiny. Mm-hmm. I don't know if South Columbus is a team of destiny, but I don't think that they're going to go down too easy.
I don't think so either.
And we're about 2.5 minutes away from starting the second half. So we're going to get a couple more breaks, and we'll be back to bring you the second half. It's 23 for the Wolfpack, 21 for the Stallions, and you're listening to WZCO 89.9 FM, Fair Bluff, Chadbourne, Tabor City, and Riegelwood.
Johnston's is the official class ring and graduation supplies provider for Columbus County Schools. A Johnston's representative will be visiting your school this fall. Johnston's product information is available at Overby office at johnston's.com or 910-675-3886. Overby School Services, Reginald Lewis, and Johnston's are proud to help sponsor tonight's CCCA sports broadcast. Cooper Tires and Black's Tire and Auto Service are happy to sponsor tonight's game. Cooper Tires are available at all of the 36 Black's Tire locations in North and South Carolina, including the Whiteville store at 1615 South Madison Street. The phone number is 517-0229. Black's and Cooper Tires hope you enjoy tonight's broadcast. Merritt Sporting Goods and Trophies, located at the corner of Main and Franklin Streets in Whiteville, provides sporting goods to Columbus and surrounding counties. Merritt stocks football, soccer, basketball, softball, and baseball equipment and carries collegiate wear. They offer uniforms, trophies, engraving, and screen printing for schools, churches, and businesses. More information about Merritt Sporting Goods is available at 642-6079. Lyndon, Gregg, and Tyrone would like to say thanks for your support since 1986, and they are glad to play a part in bringing you tonight's game.
Men and Women United for Youth and Families is enriching the lives of families living in the Tri-County area of Bladen, Brunswick, and Columbus counties through recreational, educational, and job search services. Let us help you create a plan for success by calling 910-655-3811 or visit us in Delco Monday through Friday at 25485 Andrew Jackson Highway East near Brown's Outdoors.
Ready to start the second half of play. Rod Likens along with Franklin Davis to bring you the action. Oh, boys basketball tonight, Mark Council. It's pretty fun. All right, inbounds pass to Green starting the second half for the Stallions. He gets it, bits it back to Matt Miller, who drives right side, dishes off to Chapman. Short jumper from the right is short. Rebound by Matt Miller, puts it up, rolls off, no good. Battle for the rebound. Jameson Floyd comes down with it for the Wolfpack, hands it off to Terrell Kirk, gets it up quickly to Sean Kirk, dishes off to Kendrick Brady. Short jumper from the left, good. 25-21. Miller bringing it up, or going to try to bring it up against pressure. Gets it over to Matt, to Stefan, who gets into the front court. Back to Matt. And again, if you're just tuning in, if I say first names, it's because they're all Millers. Leroy has it now. Drives baseline, puts up the running one-hander, too strong. Sean Kirk with the rebound, has it taken away by Chapman. Miller backs out for a three. No good. Rebound by Salah. Salah driving into the front court, gets it off to Floyd. Floyd thinks about taking a three, gets it out to Tyrell Kirk, dishes inside to Salah, off the glass, good. Nice look by Tyrell Kirk down inside to Salah for the basket. 27-21, Pack leads. Matt Miller with the ball, picks up his dribble, picks back to Leroy Miller, and Coach Brian Edwards, seeing that there might be a 10-second call, calls timeout. So with a timeout, we'll take a quick timeout. 27-21, 6:48 to go in the third.
Tonight's game on 89.9 WZCO was brought to you by Sterling Kuntz and the employees of Tabor City Medicine Mart on South Main Street in Tabor City, and Kuntz Medicine Mart, 112 East 7th Avenue in Chadbourne, providers of prescription medications and other home health care products. The Columbus Cup, sponsored by the Columbus County Sports Network and HBI Outdoor. Score schedules, interviews, highlights, and more are available at columbuscup.net.
We're back. Did you know, according to my phone, it's 29 degrees outside? That's fairly warm for what we've had recently.
That's what I was thinking.
Coach Jerry Singletary doing a little custodial work in front of the Whiteville bench. Apparently, as some water was spilled. He's one of the better dressed cleanup people we've seen.
That's true.
Dapper in his suit.
I might not have to wear a jacket when we leave here tonight.
I don't know about that. All right, South Columbus inbounds against the pressure. Miller has it to backcourt. Gets in the front court to Stefan Miller. He's trapped in the corner, needs some help. Gets it to a Green, back to Stefan, who drives, lays it off the glass, no good. Chapman with another offensive board, puts it up, no good, but he's fouled as he went up for the shot. Number 10, Tyrell Kirk with the foul. That's his second. I don't know that South Columbus's best offense is throw it up into the basket and let Chapman go get it.
It's been successful so far.
At the free throw line, first free throw up, front rim, back rim, falls in. 27-22. First points for the Stallions here in the third quarter. Coach Edwards having a discussion with one of the officials. Second free throw too strong. Floyd with the rebound. Almost tied up by Green, but gets it off to Tyrell Kirk, who brings it front court to Jameson Floyd, who drives the lane, puts the shot up. It's good. Jameson Floyd with a driving shot down the lane, and he's fouled on the play. Foul was on Green, Kendrick Green. His second foul, and Jameson Floyd will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Floyd, a man on a mission that time, as he just took the pass and took off down the lane, created the contact, put the shot up, and made the field goal, and makes the free throw for a 30-22 Wolfpack margin. Inbounds, South Columbus has it now. Matt Miller gets into the front court, over to Stefan Miller. Miller looking to drive, pulls up, back to Matt Miller. He drives into the lane, tries to dish off to Chapman. His pass is knocked away. Tyrell Kirk comes up with it for the Wolfpack. To Jameson Floyd, over to Sean Kirk, back at Tyrell Kirk. His three from the top of the key, good! Tyrell Kirk gives the Wolfpack a 33-22 lead. Danger time for the Stallions as they trail by 11. Wolfpack on a run. And Tyrell Kirk picks up his third foul of the ball game. Too quickly here in the second half, and Trey Davis will come in for a disappointed Tyrell Kirk. Matt Miller to inbound in front of the scorer's table. Gets into the backcourt to Leroy. And Leroy will bring it up into the front court against Salah. Drives, to the foul line, puts up a short jumper off the glass, no good, battle for the board, tipped around, and Brady finally comes up with it, has it knocked away by Leroy Miller, but Miller called for the foul. And Miller experiencing a little bit of displeasure, and referee took a couple of glances back at him. I don't know if Miller said something under his breath, but it looked like the official did not appreciate it, whatever it was. Davis with the ball now, over to Sean Kirk. Kirk drives in the middle to Floyd for a short jumper, too strong. Rebound by Brady, up and in, good. And Coach Edwards takes a timeout as the Wolfpack have run out to a 35-22 lead here with 5:26 to go in the third quarter of play. We'll be back with more on WZCO 89.9 in just a moment.
72 degrees, cooling, heating, and electrical, located at 442 South Madison Street in Whiteville, carries Rheem, American Standard, Mitsubishi Electric, and Goodman Heating and Air Conditioning products. 72 degrees staff provides both new installation and repair of existing systems. Online at the word 70 and the number 2 degrees.com or 844-247-7272. 72 Degrees is proud to sponsor CCCA sports broadcast on WZCO.
Thank you to Keith Fairfax and all the folks at 72 Degrees for sponsoring these broadcasts. All right, 13-point lead for the Wolfpack. Full court pressure. Matt Miller getting ready to inbound for South Columbus. He gets it to Miller. Miller against the law, still in the backcourt, and he is fouled. I think that's going to be on Salah. Yes, it is. Third team foul on the Wolfpack. First on Salah. Leroy Miller limping a little bit, being double teamed right now. Pass inbound to Chapman, hand off to Miller. Chapman sets the screen. Miller to Matt Miller, drives the lane, puts up a short jumper, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Salah comes up with it and bounces it off of Chapman out of bounds. And Wolfpack will maintain possession underneath the Stallion basket. I think we're starting to see a little bit of last night's intense game come back here for the Stallions now. Davis to Brady at the foul line. Over to Salah. His jumper from the right, short. Brady with the rebound, puts it up, no good, and he was fouled. Going to be a two-shot foul. Foul on Chapman. I believe that's his third. And that'll send Wolfpack center Kendrick Brady to the line to shoot 2 free throws left-handed. First one up, and front rim falls off. No good. He will get a second.
Yeah, both Ivy and Chapman got 3 fouls.
Brady's second free throw up, and it is good. 36-22. Stallions with only 1 point here thus far in the quarter. Leroy Miller with the ball. Up against the pressure, able to break it, gets it over to Matt Miller, back to Leroy, out still near midcourt. Now he drives to the foul line, puts it up, and travels. Came to a jump stop, must have shuffled his feet when he came down, and was called for the travel. Floyd to inbound, does so to Davis. Wolfpack basketball leading 36-22, down to 4:40 to go. They've outscored the Stallions 13-1 here in the third quarter of play. Davis on the dribble. Over to Salah. Back to Davis. Out front to Kirk at the foul line. Back to Trey Davis. To Sean Kirk. Guarded by Chapman. And Chapman just picks up number 4. Kirk was trying to drive against Chapman. Chapman called for the block. And that's his 4th foul. And that will bring Ethan Barnhill off the bench for Chapman. As we said, ball game being officiated totally differently than last night's contest. Trey Davis has the ball, gets it to Kirk, gets it inside to Brady, back out to Davis, who drives the lane, puts up the runner, no good. Brady high for the rebound, comes up with it. Kirk has the ball out front. Picks up his dribble, goes back to Trey Davis inside the Floyd. His shot off the glass, good. Nice pass by Trey Davis to Jameson Floyd for the Wolfpack. 16-point Wolfpack lead, 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Leroy Miller with the ball, gets it up court against the pressure, able to get it off to Stephon Miller. Over to Matt Miller, who's going to drive left side, puts it up, blocked by Brady, but he was fouled by Trey Davis before Brady's block. I think the foul was on. Yep, foul was on Trey Davis. Fourth team foul. Second foul on Davis. Miller inbounds, gets it in to Stephon Miller. Back to Leroy Miller. To Stephon out front against Davis. Davis almost takes it away. Jamison Floyd does take it away, and he's going to drive to the basket, puts up the shot, and good. Jamison Floyd with the steal and goes coast to coast for the layup, 40-22 now. Leroy Miller with the ball in the backcourt, guarded by Salah, and Salah blocks him. Foul was on Salah, his second. Yeah, this is both of these teams' third game, but Whiteville has had an opportunity to rest their starters in their first two, as they had kind of easy wins, and South Columbus didn't have that opportunity.
It makes a big difference.
Matt Register in the lineup for the Stallions now. Stephon Miller has it. Over to Leroy Miller, still in the backcourt. Gets it over to Stephon Miller in the front court. Drives the right side, puts the shot up. Brady with the block. Trey Davis with it. Ahead to Kirk. His layup, good. Nice lead pass there by Trey Davis, and it's 42-22 Wolfpack. 3 minutes to go here in a third quarter that's been a disaster for the Stallions. Another foul by, let's see, that one was on Tyrell McAllister. His second, 16 foul. Wolfpack fans getting into it now as the Pack leads by 20. Leroy inbound to Stephon, back to Leroy against McAllister. He drives down the lane, puts up the shot, good. Nice driving layup by Leroy Miller. First field goal for the Stallions here in the third period of play, 42-24. Jameson Floyd drives, dishes off to Brady. He has his shot swatted out of bounds by Stephon Miller. Stephon Miller giving up several inches to Kendrick Brady, yet nice block on the play. Got Cedric Thomas coming in now for the first time of the lineup for South Columbus. McAllister inbound for the Wolfpack. Does so to Brady. Back to McAllister, out front to Floyd. He drives, puts up the short jumper. No good. Rebound by Thomas, knocked out of bounds, but it'll be Stallion basketball. Gets it inbounds to Stephon, back to Leroy. He's being double-teamed, beats the double-team, gets it into the front court. Out to Stephon. Over to Register, who shot from three, no good. Sean Kirk with the rebound. Quick outlet pass to Jameson Floyd, who goes up for the shot, no good, but he's fouled. Floyd chose to go underneath to keep the shot from being blocked and was fouled on the play. We'll see who the foul call is on. It's on Stephon Miller. That's 5 team fouls on the Stallions, and Stephon Miller's third foul. Jameson Floyd to shoot 2 for the Wolfpack. First free throw up, bounces around and falls in. Floyd will have a second. Wolfpack have turned a 2-point halftime lead into a 19-point lead here in a third quarter of play. Next free throw also good, primarily on the strength of their pressing defense. Ball handed to Leroy Miller inbound, and he's fouled by Trey Davis, and that's going to be Trey Davis's 4th foul, I believe. No, just third, excuse me. 3rd foul, and it's the 7th team foul on Whiteville, so Leroy Miller will go to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1. Stephon Miller out, Matt Miller in. Leroy Miller to shoot 1 and 1. First free throw up and in. 44-25. Miller getting ready to shoot the second. 4 dribbles, spin of the basketball, deep knee bend, puts it up, short. Sean Kirk with the rebound for the Wolfpack. Gets it over to Salah. Salah into the front court to McAllister, back to Salah, who's going to drive the lane, puts up the shot but travels before he can. Salah was so wide open it caught him by surprise, and I don't think he knew exactly what he wanted to do. Drove the lane and shuffled his feet before he could get the shot up. Got Moncovia Gaffney in the game now for the Wolfpack for the first time. Pressure in the backcourt. Leroy Miller gets it. Beats the pressure, gets into the front court. On the dribble. Over to Matt Miller. Back to Leroy out front. Drives to the foul line, puts up the jumper. And let's see. Moncovia Gaffney in the lineup for 10 seconds and has his first foul.
Got to get in the book somehow.
And that's going to send Leroy Miller back to the line with another 1-and-1, where he was 1 for 2 his last trip, right? He made one, missed one.
Yeah.
Gaffney back out of the lineup, Brady back in. Wolfpack with the starting 5 on the court except Tyrell Kirk out. First free throw by Miller is good. Tyrell McAllister in for the Wolfpack. Matt Register is in instead of Stephon Miller right now. Second free throw by Leroy Miller is good as well. 44-27, a minute 50 to go. Tyrell McAllister brings it up, hands off to Jameson Floyd. He holds the ball out front, now over to McAllister, into Brady at the foul line, back to McAllister, over to Floyd. Floyd looks at Kirk down in the corner, decides to go back to McAllister out front with it. McAllister dribbles left side, goes to Salah, back to McAllister, over to Floyd. Floyd dishes inside to Kirk. Kirk drives the baseline, puts it up and slams, and have a chance for a 3-point play. Had a mismatch inside as Sean Kirk able to take Matt Register to the basket. Register giving up about 6 inches. Kirk with the jam, and he'll go to the line as the foul was on Register, his first. Kirk's free throw up, and it's good. 47-27, Wolfpack lead by 20, 1:22 to go. Miller coming up court, loses the basketball. Wolfpack come up with it, Salah's got it. He drives, puts it up, and it's good. 49-27. Leroy Miller with the ball against pressure. Gets to the Register, back to Leroy Miller. He's in the front court, drives to the rim, puts up the shot, off the glass, no good. Jameson Floyd with it. Miller tries to come from behind and make the steal. And Floyd charges. Floyd a little bit out of control there, and Matt Miller picks up the charge. So the foul on Jameson Floyd. Matt Miller, who took the charge going out of the ball game, he's going to be replaced by Tyreek Long. Leroy Miller on the baseline, just waiting to make the inbounds pass, bent over, hands on knees, trying to get an extra breath. Looking to get it inbounds, gets it inbound to Matt Register, back to Leroy Miller. And Tayshawn Shipman sticks his hand out and fouls Miller, and will send him back to the free throw line. Let's see if my addition is correct or subtraction is correct. The Wolfpack have outscored 26-6 here in the third quarter.
You are correct.
51 seconds to go. Leroy Miller to shoot. First one no good, but he'll get a second as the Stallions will be in the double bonus for the remainder of the ball game. Raekwon McAllister, Tayshawn Shipman out. Kendrick Brady, Sean Kirk back in for the Wolfpack. Leroy Miller to shoot a second. Puts it up and bounces around. No good. Sean Kirk with the rebound. Over to Jameson Floyd. To Tyrell McAllister on the right. To Floyd. Looks like the Wolfpack may be content with holding for the last shot. Floyd gets it inside to Sean
Tonight's game on
Kirk.
WZCO is sponsored by
The ball stolen by the Stallions. And Leroy Miller is fouled by Jameson Floyd, so he'll go back to the line again. Not sure what happened right there as a sponsorship thing came on, but Kirk was double teamed with the basketball, lost it. South Columbus comes up with it, and Miller is fouled on his way down court by Floyd, and that's his third foul. So Miller to the line to shoot 2 more. First one in and out, no good.
That's 3 in a row he's missed from the foul line.
And this may be the last time I've said it, and I'm going to make an excuse for it. He's tired.
He is tired.
If you saw the game last night and saw the effort he put into it, you would know. However, he swishes that one. That was mind over matter that time. And Miller's going to sit down for the last 27 seconds here of the third quarter and try to be fresh for the start of the fourth. Trey Davis jogging the ball into the front court for the Wolfpack. No pressure being applied, down to 15 seconds. Miller not guarding him closely. That's Matt Miller. Now over to Tyrell McAllister with 8, 7, 6 to Trey Davis, 5, 4 to Salah. Puts up a long 3 off the glass, no good. Wolfpack dominate the third quarter and lead after leading by 2 at the half, lead by 19, 49-28. Fourth quarter of action coming up here in just a moment.
Johnston's is the official class ring and graduation supplies provider for Columbus County Schools. A Johnston's representative will be visiting your school this fall. Johnston's product information is available at Overby office at johnston's.com or 910-675-3886. Overby School Services, Reginald Lewis, and Johnston's are proud to help sponsor tonight's CCCA sports broadcast. Tonight's game on WZCO 89.9 is sponsored by Drs. Douglas Messina and Craig Lippy of Carolina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Services, 1717 Shipyard Boulevard in Wilmington and McNeil Plaza in Whiteville. Hours of operation and patient information is available at carolinasportsmed.com. And Leon and Jake Fonville at E.W. Fonville & Sons Farm and Garden Store, 205 Hickman Road, Tabor City. They carry feed, plants, and accessories for the farm and garden.
I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for sponsoring both football and basketball broadcast on WZCO 89.9. All right, Wolfpack basketball to start the fourth quarter, leading 49-28 after dominating the third quarter of action. Tyrell McAllister has it on the left side to Trey Davis out front. To Salah on the right. Back to Davis out front. To McAllister. Looks inside. Doesn't see anything. Wolfpack with a 21-point lead. Kind of content just simply to let time run off the clock. Salah gets it inside to Brady. Turns around. Throws it at the goal. No good, but I think Ivy's going to pick up his fourth foul. Foul is on Brennan Ivy, and it is his fourth, and that will send Wolfpack center Kendrick Brady to the line to shoot 2. Brady felt the contact and just threw the ball at the basket so he'd get the 2-shot foul instead of the 1-and-1. First one up and woefully short, but he will get another. Ivy out, Green back in. As we thought, Miller back into Leroy Miller back in to start the fourth quarter for South Columbus after a very brief rest. Brady's second free throw is good, 50-28. 30 seconds gone by here in the fourth quarter. Leroy Miller inbounds the basketball to Matt Miller, gets it back, working against Trey Davis in the backcourt. Now gets in the front court over to Matt Miller. Miller picks up his dribble, gets it to Long, down to Green, to Miller in the corner. His long 3 off the front rim, no good. Sean Kirk with the rebound. Gets it across to Salah. Salah gets it to Davis, to Brady, and Stallions steal the basketball. Leroy Miller has it, drives the lane, lays it up good. Miller down underneath the basket, and I don't know if it's an injury or just simply fatigue. I said I wouldn't say that again, but since he's down, I feel obligated. Coach Brian Edwards is going to go out there and check on him.
It's been a long 3 days.
It has. I don't see how Leroy can cramp, though, because his legs are next to nothing. But he can go on that basketball court.
He sure can.
Louis Godwin into the lineup to take his place. 50-30, Wolfpack lead after Miller's layup. Wolfpack basketball. Davis with it out front. Over to McAllister. No pressure being put on McAllister, so he's simply going to hold the basketball. Long going to come out now and pressure him. Now over to Davis. Davis to Salah. Back out to Davis. Davis guarded by Matt Miller. Trey Davis on the dribble out near midcourt. 5-second count on. Gets it over to Salah. And Salah is pushed by Louis Godwin. And he'll go to the line to shoot 1-1. In the lineup right now, Chapman, Green, Long, Godwin, and Stephon Miller. Godwin going out now, and Leroy Miller coming back. He's like the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps going and going. And Salah to shoot 1-1. He's been to the line quite a bit. First one up and good. 51-30. Something big needs to happen for the Stallions here in the next couple of minutes if they're going to have any chance at all of mounting a comeback. Second free throw by Salah, good also. Miller against the press. Still in the backcourt. Picks up his dribble. Gets it over to Long in the front court. Long over to Matt Miller on the right side. Miller to Leroy Miller for a long three out front. In and out, no good. Brady with the rebound. Over to Davis, and Davis, I thought Davis lost the ball out of bounds, but it was tipped away by Kendrick Green, so it'll be Wolfpack basketball. Tyrell Kirk, Jameson Floyd coming back in for the Wolfpack for Davis and Salah. Kirk has been out since about midway third quarter when he picked up his third foul. So Tyrell Kirk brings it up court to McAllister, just standing there holding the ball in the left corner. McAllister guarded by Long, but not closely. Everybody just kind of standing around. 5-second count started, but was then called off. Now over to Tyrell Kirk. He's guarded by Matt Miller. Not closely guarded. And basically McAllister and Kirk are just going to stay out front, it looks like, and play some keep away. McAllister on the dribble. Down to 5:20 to go in the ball game. 52-30. Now Leroy Miller comes to pick up McAllister. McAllister gets by him, and Miller picks up the foul. That's Leroy Miller with the foul. And it'll be 1-1 as that's the 19th foul on the Stallions, and that's foul number 3 on Leroy Miller. As soon as they switched up and Leroy Miller came to guard McAllister, McAllister made a move and got by Miller, and he reached out and grabbed him on the way to the basket. First free throw up and good. He'll get the bonus. Salah and Davis back in the lineup. This time, and Floyd and Kirk go back out. Looks like an offense-defense substitution there for the Wolfpack. 53-30, 5:19 to go. Second free throw up, and it's good as well. Matt inbounds to Leroy. Brings it up against the pressure. Gets it over to Matt, who gets it in the front court. He drives, tries to dish off to Green, and McAllister knocks it out of bounds. The Stallions will retain possession in the front court. 5:10 to go, and 24-point lead by the Wolfpack. Ball inbound to Matt Miller. Hands it off to Leroy. He's up at the top of the key. Still dribbling, guarded by Salah. Takes a long three. No good. Battle for the rebound. Matt Miller comes up with it. Tries to dish off to Chapman. Trey Davis comes up with it. He's tied up by Green, and there'll be a jump ball alternating possession. Gives the ball to South Columbus. Stallions will inbound. Leroy Miller going to trigger it. Slaps the basketball, gets it inbound to Matt Miller. To Leroy in the corner. Fakes a three. Drives, puts up the short jumper. No good. Battle for the rebound. Sean Kirk comes up with it. 1-on-2. Makes a nice move around Matt Miller, lays it up off the glass for two. 56-30 now Wolfpack lead. Leroy Miller over to Matt Miller, has it taken away by Kirk. Kirk over to Salah. Salah tries to jam and misses it. Trey Davis comes up with it off to Kirk, and they don't connect. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Stallions will remain Wolfpack basketball. Salah had a jam in last night's game, but didn't get that one to flush.
No, that one
He'll
didn't make
never hear the end of it. Wolfpack inbounds to Tyrell Kirk, the Jameson Floyd out front to Kirk, guarded by Leroy Miller, the Floyd, over to McAllister. McAllister guarded by Matt, 11 on 11. That's their numbers. McAllister starts to drive, pulls it back out. McAllister drives the lane, goes in for the layup off the glass, no good. Ball on the floor. Chapman comes up with it, gets it over to Leroy Miller. He drives the middle, dishes off to Chapman, goes up the shot, good, and he's fouled by Sean Kirk. Nice dish by Leroy Miller. Good shot by Rashad Chapman, and Sean Kirk picks up his third foul. 56-32. Wolfpack lead. Chapman at the line trying to complete the three-point play. Free throw up and no good. Floyd with the rebound for the Wolfpack. Gets it over to Tyrell Kirk. Picked up by Leroy in the backcourt. Kirk able to get the ball into the front court off to Floyd, and Floyd's going to hold the basketball till Matt Miller comes out to pick him up. Goes over to Kirk. Kirk guarded by Long. He's going to take him. He's lobs the ball over to Kendrick Brady for the slam. Nice teamwork there between Sean Kirk and Kendrick Brady, the two big men for the Wolfpack, as Sean laid the ball up for Kirk for Brady to slam in the basket. 58-32, pass out of bounds by South Columbus. Wolfpack will take over. Valiant effort tonight by the South Columbus Stallions, but I believe that you can pretty much put this one in the win column for the Wolfpack. Kirk with the ball out front, holding the basketball. Now Miller comes out and they start the 5-second count. Kirk still dribbling the basketball. Now over to McAllister. Long gets close enough to him to get the count started. Now backs off. Down to 2:40 to play. McAllister just dribbling out near midcourt. Goes over to Sean Kirk. Kirk to McAllister. Holding the ball in the midcourt circle. Not being guarded tight. Now the 5-second count starts. Now it's off. Kirk breaks to the basket, but no pass from McAllister. McAllister with a play call. Almost loses the ball out of bounds as he dribbles between his legs. Long got the 5-second count, and McAllister gets far enough away to break it. Still dribbling the ball out near half court. Now he gets by. Now he comes back out towards half court. Not a whole lot happening here, folks. It's McAllister and Long, one-on-one. Now McAllister comes over and dishes the ball off to Sean Kirk, who's going to hold it as Chapman comes out to guard him. And he's going to drive down the middle and slam! Sean Kirk with a slam and fouled on the play.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Oh, my. I don't think I've seen one like that in high school basketball in my life.
Basket's good.
Wow.
And the foul was on Matt Miller, number 11. His third. And maybe you can hear me, I'm not sure. The law enforcement are asking people to get back in the stands. They were so excited that they jumped out of their seats. You could kind of see that coming when Chapman came out to guard Kirk one-on-one. And when he got a step, the floor was spread, and Matt Miller could not get there in time to stop it. Wolfpack substituting now with 1:37 to go, up 60-32. Gaffney in the ball game, Davis in the ball game, Jermaine McNeil in the ball game, Derek McCray coming in for McAllister. You've got B.J. Edwards that will come in for Sean Kirk if he makes this free throw. So Kirk to try to finish the three-point play. It's good. And he'll come out of the lineup. Big smile on his face. Lots of congratulations from the Wolfpack bench. But I tell you, this Wolfpack is not a one-man squad.
No, it's not.
They can hurt you in lots of different ways. It's not just Sean Kirk.
No.
All right, South Columbus with the basketball. Levon Campbell in the ball game, as is Jamie Miller, Chris McLeon, Tyreek Long, and Ethan Barnhill. Long has it in the corner. Out to Jamie Miller. Miller to Campbell. Campbell dribbles back out front, down to about 1:10 to go. Campbell over to Jamie Miller. Tries to go into McLeon. Barnhill gets it. Tries to put up the shot. Doesn't get it off. To Long in the corner for three. No good. Rebound by B.J. Edwards for the Wolfpack. Timeout for Whiteville, simply to get another player in the game. Tysekus Brown coming in for Whiteville, as is Raekwon Shipman. So Coach Singletary calling timeout to make sure everybody dressed for the Wolfpack tonight gets in the ball game. We hope to have a word with Coach Singletary after the ball game, but it will depend on my ability to get through the stands and get to him.
Yeah, that might be a challenge.
I have nothing but good things to say about the efforts of South Columbus and Coach Brian Edwards Ball Club. You know, for one half, they played the Wolfpack even.
Great first half.
But the second half, it was just
it's been tough.
Too much Wolfpack.
Yep.
But hopefully the projections are right, and South Columbus is going to get an opportunity to go on the road in the playoffs next Tuesday night. Whiteville will be hosting a game. I think Whiteville boys and girls will both host in the first round, as well as the East Columbus girls.
How far could East Columbus girls actually host?
3 rounds.
3 rounds?
Yeah.
And then do they go to
Then it would be
Fayetteville?
regional. That's
Okay.
right. Okay, Edwards inbounds the basketball to Tysekus Brown. Brown has it over to Jermaine McNeil. McNeil back to Brown to McNeil. Gets it inside. 34 takes a shot off the glass. No good. 34 being Raekwon Shipman. Stallions up with the basketball. We're down to 30 seconds. Jamie Miller brings it into the front court. Over to Campbell. Back out to Miller out front. Miller guarded by Brown. Picks up his dribble. Goes in the corner to Campbell. Campbell's pass eludes Long. Goes into the backcourt. It's going to be a backcourt violation with 19 seconds to go. .19 seconds left. Wolfpack in control, 61-32. Edwards inbounds to McNeil. Long three-pointer off the glass and good by Tysekus Brown. Makes it 64-32. We're down to 10, 9, 8. Pass down court for South Columbus. Goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Whiteville basketball with 6 seconds remaining. Inbounds to McNeil. He brings it up with 3, 2, 1, and that's the ball game. Your final score, Wolfpack 64, Stallions 32. We'll be back with totals, trophy presentation, maybe a coach's interview, and who knows what else here on WZCO 89.9 FM.
Coverage of tonight's game on 89.9 WZCO is sponsored by the Collins family and the Southern Sizzler Family Steakhouse, 1405 South Madison Street in Whiteville, serving a country buffet daily with a breakfast buffet on weekends. Ordering from the menu is also available. and Horace Mann Insurance Agent Revis Long, located at 820 South Madison Street in Whiteville. The Horace Mann Company's product offerings for educators include life, auto, and homeowners insurance, disability protection, and annuities. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Woodman of the World Financial Advisor David Pless, 207-8042 for information on Woodman of the World financial products. And Bill Worley & Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Domino's Pizza, located in Whiteville Town Plaza on South J.K. Powell Boulevard, offers pizza options with online and mobile ordering for delivery or carryout. Penny pasta bowls, chicken, cheesy bread with dipping sauces, and sweet Senna sticks are also available. Domino's is open Sunday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Fridays and Saturdays from 10 a.m. until midnight. The phone number is 640-2211. Menus and more information is available at domino's.com. Tonight's game on WZCO is sponsored by Parks Thomas and the staff of Riegelwood Mutual Drug. Riegelwood Mutual Drug has been filling prescriptions, advising, and serving customers since 1989. Located just off Highway 7476 at the Columbus-Brunswick line. Jim Davis and Wells Fargo Home Mortgage, 4200 Morganton Road in Fayetteville, offering home buying and refinancing loans as well as home equity financing. And Southeastern Community College. SCC has a variety of academic and workforce development courses that can suit the needs of any individual. To learn more, call 642-7141 or visit online at scc.edu. Johnston's is the official class ring and graduation supplies provider for Columbus County Schools. A Johnston's representative will be visiting your school this fall. Johnston's product information is available at Overby office at johnston's.com or 910-675-3886. Overby School Services, Reginald Lewis, and Johnston's are proud to help sponsor tonight's CCCA sports broadcast.
Men and Women United for Youth and Families is enriching the lives of families living in the Tri-County area of Bladen, Brunswick, and Columbus counties through recreational, educational, and job search services. Let us help you create a plan for success by calling 910-655-3811 or visit us in Delco Monday through Friday at 25485 Andrew Jackson Highway East near Brown's Outdoors.
This message is on behalf of Columbus County's largest fitness event, Take the Lake, held every Labor Day weekend in Lake Waccamaw. Whether we are swimming, paddling, cycling, running, or walking, whether we are studying for a degree or working on a career, whether we are building a family or a community, we know that the biggest jobs, the most awesome challenges, are accomplished by first taking the smallest steps. And then it is one foot in front of the other, tirelessly, relentlessly, one step at a time. The red shoes and belief in ourselves will get us there. The folks at Take the Lake would like to remind you that there are many 5K and other races and walks throughout Columbus County throughout the year, and that they are all organized with you in mind. Remember, Take the Lake is free every Labor Day weekend.
Tonight's game on 89.9 WZCO is brought to you by Sterling Kuntz and the employees of Tabor City Medicine Mart on South Main Street in Tabor City and Kuntz Medicine Mart, 112 East 7th Avenue in Chadbourne, providers of prescription medications and other home health care products. The Columbus Cup, sponsored by the Columbus County Sports Network and HBI Outdoor. Scores, schedules, interviews, highlights, and more are available at columbuscup.net. 72 degrees. Cooling, heating, and electrical located at 442 South Madison Street in Whiteville carries Rheem, American Standard, Mitsubishi Electric, and Goodman Heating and Air Conditioning products. 72 degrees staff provides both new installation and repair of existing systems. Online at the word 70 and the number 2.
And folks, we're back. We've got an interview here with Whiteville head coach. We're going to throw it down to Franklin. Franklin?
Okay, we're here with the coach of the Whiteville Wolfpack, Three Rivers Conference Tournament champions, Coach Jerry Singletary. Coach, first of all, congratulations on the conference tournament championship.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. We earned it. We earned it. Played against a good South Columbus team tonight. I think they hung with us the first half, and I think the second half we figured it out. And once we figured it out, we did some good things.
Was the talk at halftime inspirational about playing harder, or was it X and O's that came out and had you dominate the third quarter like you did?
Well, mostly X's and O's. I told them I'm tired of blowing gaskets. This point in time in the year, you got to make good decisions and play smarter.
And also a good team effort as well as not one dominant player, but everybody contributed to this win.
That's right. I tell my team, I was telling them the night before the game, and I was speaking to Sean. I said, a star 5 points. And, sometimes people say you're a star, but on our team, we don't have a star. We have a team. So that's our motto, and that's what we live by.
Do you think you're playing your best basketball leading up to the playoffs?
I think we're getting there, but we're not quite there yet. I've seen better, and that's what I expect.
Coach, congratulations again, and good luck next week.
Thank you, Mr. Davis, and everybody come out and support the Wolfpack next Tuesday night.
Final here from West Columbus High School gym, Whiteville 64, and South Columbus 32. Folks, we appreciate you listening. Have a great weekend and stay warm. We'll see you soon. Thank you, Rod.
Thank you.